And here we are. Hey guys, it's been a bit. Of course, I've been moving. I've been on vacation. It's all happened at once, which is amazing. I really love that. But I can't complain. I'm moved in with my boyfriend. So, with that all being said, let's get back into Kingmaker with our guys here. Who wants to do the recap if you can? I mean, I need the recap as much as you do, so go right ahead.
I certainly can, if you all want me to do it.
Sure.
Okay. So, we had previously caused some mayhem in the harbor, and we have disguises that come in the form of these scarves that can make us look like other people for as long as we really need to, as long as we're able to maintain it. We made several stops around the town, starting with the Desnan Temple, who pledged his support to our cause of overthrowing the evil King Irovetti of Pitex, as long as we were able to convince him that we understood Desna's teachings. And his help will be largely for aiding people caught up in the coming conflict, making sure innocents stay out of the way of war, etc., distractions, stuff like that. Um, we visited Enemid Bellavara, the Pitexian bard, superstar, who is basically already with us and would start shifting the focus of the city's art and song toward subtly speaking up against Irovetti and encouraging rebellion. She suggested that we visit the Falling Star, a tavern that's near the Academy of the Arts. But we also visited the Temple of Callistria. He requested, as in we met a priest there who requested that we enact, that when we enact our vengeance against Irovetti, we parade his head around the city, making a display of it. We were not so sure we wanted to really do this, but we thought, maybe we'll pass that news along to the bandit houses. Because we're here, we're trying to be here more as liberators, not conquerors. We passed by an interesting butcher house that we took note of that would come up later. And finally, the Falling Star itself, where we met a few people, including Elora Nusky, the military leader of the bandit houses, um, who was apparently the current resistance leader. And she suggested we need to get the support of the students of the academy who had been studying the revolutionary habits of Galt, a nation that is all about revolution at any cost for some reason. Um, she also cautioned us that the houses may not be the bandit houses may not be the stabilizing force they used to be. So we thought about this. We needed to come up with some kind of a plan to get the students aligned with the bandit houses. We visited other folks there, including a representative of the students. No, no, we didn't do that quite yet. We visited the students at the academy, who,
Yes.
yes, we worked out some kind of a system appealing to the bandit houses as well as the academic elite and students, trying to encourage their cooperation. They pledged their support in keeping the wardens of Pitex distracted in a sort of nonviolent manner. And let's see, what else was there? We got some supplies from a magic shop, including some mental protection, because we know about Irovetti's Rod of Mind Control, which is how he managed to take control of the city in the first place. And finally, there was somebody in the tavern. Um, I'm not sure if I have exactly. I might be missing some notes here, but somebody at the
Mhm.
tavern. But
It was the cheese merchant, I believe, the cheese and the meat merchant that we met there as well.
yes,
Was it this lady here?
yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I think you
And
may have already said that, and I think I missed that.
yeah, she has a grudge against Irovetti because she lost multiple, husbands and uh, siblings and such to the tyranny of him. She knows a little bit more about the palace of Irovetti himself, which is sort of this strangely amalgamated building here by some eccentric wizard many centuries ago, where its roofs don't exactly align to what's underneath, and there's many hidden doorways, passageways, and just crisscrossing like a maze almost inside. She knows a little bit about it, and I believe she gave you some pertinent help with that, right? She gave you something for it.
There's a notebook detailing
Yes.
the layout, I believe.
Yeah. So that notebook is something that'll give you a little bit of an extra help, a little bit of extra, basically a bonus to when you're trying to search for secret doors or trying to stealth even through the place, because you know the layout a little bit because of her notes as well. But yeah, other than that, was there anything else you think, Kiba?
We'd heard a couple other things about maybe an actress who played the role of one of Irovetti's lovers disappearing from the theater, but we didn't investigate that.
Very well. So, with that all being said, and the party sort of exiting from the academy, because I believe that was the last thing you guys did, because your token's there. It's been 2 weeks, so I don't.
Yeah.
I have a difficult time following it, but I've run other games. But anyway, yes, let me slow myself down a little bit. You guys arrive on the outskirts, or leave the outskirts of the academy, and you're already noticing that around town, around the city of Patax, people are demonstrating in one way or another. They find, well, posters up about Irovetti, his glorious magnanimity, and are throwing them to the ground. There are Pitaxian wardens rushing this way and that, trying to stop this insurrection that is building, that is boiling throughout the streets of this place. And, well, you feel that it is only a matter of hours before things are fully blown into this revolt that would certainly put Irovetti on the back foot, so to say, and give you an opportunity to go against him yourselves. So I do have to ask you guys, is there anything you would like to do in these last few hours of the evening?
Not me.
I didn't have anything in mind.
I think we've done everything we can do at this point, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much standard battle preparations, which much we handle off screen anyways.
Yes. So you guys gather your equipment, sharpen your blades, go over your spell books, and maybe coordinate here and there with insurrection leaders that you've met. Talia Gitarin of the Academy of the Arts, with others at the Falling Star, with even the Callistrians. Maybe you catch up with them just for a moment to tell them, well, let us do everything, because I believe that was the plan, right? You guys were going to invade the palace of Irovetti himself, while everyone else is distracted by the rioting outside of it.
Pretty much.
Alright. So, you guys make your way towards the palace. And already there's masses of people that are being held back by a line of Pitaxian wardens. They seem to be really focused on keeping people away from the palace itself. But the lines, of course, are not going to be extremely tight. You may have some way to get through them, but I have to ask you here, how do you approach the palace of Irovetti?
Not stealthily, right?
Given our success rate of that, I have my doubts.
Did
I
the
imagine
cheese
it-
house have some kind of a passage in there, or am I mixing things
They
up?
had a safe house in there, but not a passageway into it, no.
Cool.
Change the music here.
Nice explosions we've got going on in the background here.
Yes, I know, but you know, it's people shouting. That's good enough for me. So,
Yeah.
Would there be anything in our notebook that would tell us of a better way in?
from the notebook, again, it's vague details of a lot of things. What it does tell you is that there are only two entrances from the outside into the place. There are no passageways that are known of through the underground. There is notes that there is a basement to the place, but it is only 1 story high. Now you imagine that with all the guards sort of out in the streets and trying to quell this, you will be dealing with a lot less of a tight security force trying to enter as well. So basically, you got the North Road and the Center Road, which is the main sort of entry point. Of course,
Let's
it is
disguise ourselves as guards, wardens.
okay.
I look at Parent funny and think about this.
Are we really doing this again?
I have an idea.
Alternatively, we could get teleported in by a certain talented wizard.
There is that, but what if Parent stood on his hind legs?
It just looks at you, Kiba.
What?
That's not gonna work. I don't know if teleporting in is a good idea either. I don't know what the inside is like.
True. I don't want to be a wall.
Generally, teleportation spells have built-in sort of code essentially to stop that, but you know, you never know where you're going to end up still.
We teleport into a anti-magic jail cell.
Yay!
So people are. Go ahead.
We can go with Kiba's idea. Just try to sneak in that way. They're distracted, and they probably need reinforcements.
Push comes to shove, we could knock him out while still disguised, and Irovetti won't know that we're coming specifically.
Yeah, he doesn't even know we're in the city, does he?
He might have an inkling. But I want to remind you all that I think the most important reason that we're disguising ourselves is to minimize extra casualties. The fewer extra people that we murder in cold blood, the better.
I agree.
So, disguises as guards?
I think we should try it.
Okay.
But do the wardens have like war horses or whatever?
You have seen some of them mounted every so often, yeah. It's not common, but certainly possible.
That's an option. Just ignore the fact that we would have a small-sized war horse,
War pony.
war pony.
As much as I dislike the thought, I think the dog thing works better. People train dogs to attack things. Why would you be trying to bring a horse into the palace?
Surely the palace has stable somewhere, don't they?
Well,
Anyways, we just need to be direct and forceful. Sound like we belong here.
And not give too much information.
alright, so. You all twist the scarves, sort of like the activation for them is the imagination in your mind, and then a twist of the sort of maybe putting it into a knot or something like that and pulling it tight activates the masquerade on the scarf. And all of you turn into guards, except Parent, who turns into a guard dog.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Well,
You
As
make sure you handle all the talking, Kiba. I don't think any of us have the cojones to manage this
Of
facade.
course.
well, as you guys start approaching, there's a couple of hooligans, a couple of, well, maybe arsonists, maybe just robbers and others start sort of surrounding you guys. Hey, we got a couple of them here. Let's split off from the rest. Why don't we show them what we think about their rule? Yes, break their skulls and take their armor.
Great.
Parent is going to look at these hooligans that are probably about to attack them, and he's going to drop his disguise for a moment.
What? That's not a dog.
We're with you. Knock it off.
With us? Who the hell are you?
Just a bunch of guards on their way to the shift. You didn't see anything, right?
Grant winks.
One of them just speaks up, dwarf. Oh wait, I heard about that one. That one can incinerate you with just a flick of its claw. Keep away from them. You don't want to get hurt.
Good thinking.
So, these hooligans, sort of stepping away from you all, realizing it's not worth the fight, even if they do think you're guards or not. You start making your way up past some of the, maybe, alleyways that lead up to the palace itself. The palace doesn't have, really, a fence or anything like that. It's almost arrogant, the matter of little, security it really does have. And you still do have a problem. The problem of one of these Pytaxian wardens that are sort of scouting the perimeter, making sure there are no stragglers trying to get through alleyways towards the palace. There's another with him that sort of both stop you. Hold there. Port, what's happening out there?
Citizens are rioting.
Well, I could have fucking told you that. There goes my monetization, by the way.
Oop.
I could have told you that. Of course they're rioting. Look at the city. There's fires everywhere. Roll deception. I think I do have to minus you a little bit for saying, oh, that, yeah, they're rioting. And when...
Well, I could say more than that.
Oh, yeah, no, maybe I interrupted you. Go ahead.
We need to get and make a report and fortify the barriers just a little bit.
Right,
Barriers,
sorry.
not the fort, but
It's been a very
Still
stressful day, comrade. Apologies. Need to swear at you. Yes, yeah, go right in. They're gonna need your report. And then we're gonna need you out here to help us with this.
of course, keep your eyes peeled.
Aye. Go right ahead.
And we go.
And as you guys get onto the green of the Pytaxian Palace here, there is actually a stable down here. That seems to be what that building is. But otherwise, it is much green space surrounding the palace itself. You notice that along the walls, there are many points where you see the glimmering tips of crossbow bolts being poked out from the murder holes, as they would call them, on the side of this palace. It is no simple sort of Baroque palace. It is more like a fortress that has been, well, filled to the brim with crossbows and murder holes, and, well, any direct assault on the palace itself by these rioters would prove very costly. Even so, you guys know about the two door entrances that are on the side of it. Would you like me to move over? Yeah, I'm going to move you guys over to a new scene here, so you have a look at the grounds. Excuse me, I'm still slightly sick, so if you guys hear anything like that, yeah. But I'm going to put you guys down sort of behind some bushes here. I know it's going to seem like you're very close to it, but you can be certainly further from the palace than this. But that's just the map's size. I'm going to change the audio as well.
I imagine going for that northern entrance is less contested is probably the better bet.
You have these outfits. So, you're sort of on the southwest, excuse me, I dropped my tissues. You're on the southwest portion of the palace here. You go all the way around, or do you go by the front entrance here?
Maybe we should go around.
Yeah. Around to the north entrance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
That'll give us a better view of the grounds as well as we travel around.
Go through a less busy entrance.
Which one's the less busy one?
The north one.
North. Yeah, it's like the service entrance, sort of.
Employees only. Bless you.
Alright, sorry. Had to blow my nose there. But, as you guys pass by, it's strangely quiet on the exact sort of periphery. It seems like all hands are on deck, and even like this sort of like, you know, the Queen's Guard that just stand outside the palace but don't actually do anything. There's nothing like that here. It seems the front door is, well, unguarded, surprisingly.
Maybe we should have gone in the front. There was nobody back there.
As you go around the side, there's nobody back here either.
Yeah,
However-
it seems this way is double
Trying to
nobody.
open the door.
Giraffe, as you try to open the door, it seems very much locked. These two double iron doors here.
Shall I?
No, let's do this a little more quietly than breaking a door down.
Glad I asked.
Step aside and I'll have this lock disassembled in a jiffy.
No, I'm gonna put all my buffs on myself that I would have active here.
Alright.
So I'm gonna put some stuff in the chat, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Got the new one, the Hidden Mind. All my wizards take that. Knowing the enemies with their will saves all the time.
It's scarily close to a 1.
Hmm. So, let me have a look real quick. 36. As you're tinkering with it, sort of using your knowledge of just how things are constructed rather than your flexity of... That's a new word. Flexity of your fingers. You are able to just barely make some headway on this lock. And it takes a couple more moments, maybe 12 seconds or so, to finally fiddle it open. And to sort of basically take apart the housing for the lock and get it open. Leading to what seems to be a very large passageway that has all of its portcullises also locked down to the floor.
I don't think we're getting through here. All things considered.
Let's see.
Unless we intend to bust through these.
Well, you haven't seen the full sort of area.
Let me take a look.
Do the portcullises have bat-sized gaps in them?
You'd have to take a closer look.
Gotcha. Well, the overseer's gonna let Parent do that.
Oh, I see how it is.
Yes, Parrot. You uniquely can see that to the left, it seems like there's no passageway.
Is there any signs of any people in here? Can I smell or see people at all in here?
Smelling and seeing along these sort of portcullises or murder holes that seem to be down this like sort of gallery here, meant to defend the place from a head-on assault. You don't see anything. No people. No. Well, roll a perception check. Anybody who's doing searches there experience activity for traps at least.
I am doing detect magic, so other people can do that.
Yes. As you guys make a cursory glance down the hallway, you get the impression, at least Kiba does, that these portcullises may have once been traps for anybody who would have entered during like regular hours and didn't have like somebody else pulling a lever for them down the hallway. They may have trapped someone who was trying to enter stealthily down the hallway, but right now, since they're like red alert, they just locked it all down. They didn't, spend any time on a trap.
So going through here at this point would only arouse more suspicion.
I don't really even see anybody in here.
Well,
Chances are the front's locked down just as tightly.
suspicion is already raised.
True.
Riots are happening, they're in lockdown mode already. And you guys
Speed.
still have your warden disguises. It may have been due to desertions, may have been due to them being stretched thin. What you did at the armory certainly might help, but they seem so stretched thin that they're not even going to have guards at some portions of the keep here. Since you guys did so many preparations with all the revolutionaries and all of that, they have their hands full.
Come on in, guys. Just be a little quiet, at least.
Oh, and there. Got it.
Draft, there's a door here next to me.
Draff, as you step there, you get a stench that sort of pervades this little gap in the wall here that leads out into this open chamber here. And there is a figure sort of slumped against the back wall with these hefty axes against their sides. This massive troll, in fact, that has been fitted with full plate armor and these choppers. It's sort of mumbling to itself in some, well, in its Jotun language.
Seems excessive to give a troll armor, but hey, if we don't have to fight it, that's... Well, that's one less fight to wear us down. Though I wouldn't be against fighting it.
Parent
I
is-
do let everyone else know that there is a armored troll in here.
Parent is going to come up here and listen to what he's saying.
Jotun? You have Jotun?
I can speak Jotun.
Alright. Give me more. Keep me too much. I just want something to kill. Mumbling to itself, even though you do speak Jotun, it's still sort of fragmented in a way that it almost seems drugged. Like its bloodlust has been sort of pumped full, its adrenaline sort of racing through it, but yet it's trapped within this chamber like some sort of, well, guard. Involuntarily.
Come back here, Draft. There's a troll up ahead. It's, seems like it's been pumped full of something. Yamros here, do you know of any drugs that could keep somebody really angry for a long time?
Well, there's a lot. There's a lot that could do that. Is there?
Yeah.
Any, is there any way to like identify a specific one?
From
This
symptoms,
is-
it's difficult, but you could roll a crafting check.
Gotcha.
Well, judging by a troll's anatomy in the first place, you'd have to pump a lot into them because they have a really fast metabolism. And yes, probably like fury cocktails and like juggernaut mutagens. It could be any one of those that has this thing riled up. Yeah.
Quite an expensive thing to be spending on a guard to be posted 24/7. I imagine it's more likely it's that whatever mind control doohickey that Irovetti uses.
Do you think you could whip up some concoction that would knock him out or something? Or at least cancel the effect of the drugs on him?
Well, not without knowing exactly what drug it is. It's kind of a crapshoot. Otherwise,
Fair enough. Can you check through that door really quick, Yarmus here? I want to make sure we're being thorough as we move through here.
Step through the
more
door.
doors.
And you find not just these two doors on the end of it, but many other doors lining the hallway here. It seems like the, well, myth of this place is fact, more like. That it has many, many doors, many hallways. It's almost a maze in its own right. You open up one, seems to be a bedroom. Seems to be a small storage room here, Giraffe, as you open that door and step in. But it's all very quiet. You hear still the din of the riots on the outside of the keep, permeating the air, but in here, not so much. Maybe a call or two, sort of someone yelling down a hallway far off, but you have no idea how to pinpoint it in a place that seems to be so sporadic. to a maze-like.
I'm honestly quite surprised there's nobody here. It's almost like we're being invited in, don't you think?
To an extent,
like it.
perhaps.
Seems more like the fruits of our efforts are paying off.
As we go past these rooms and storage rooms, can we just scan quickly to see if there's anything of note in any of these?
Sure, roll me a perception check. You're searching.
I'm gonna have the other people do that.
Reading through that journal you got as well, making sure that you're not missing any of the telltale signs of secret doors or anything like that. Nobody does identify any secrets, at least in this portion, this hallway, we'll call it, of the keep here. Seems to lead out into a larger room, though, as the Armistier gets here.
I take it this is bypassing that ogre thing. Troll?
Roger.
We should try not to stir things up if we don't need to.
Of course.
Giraffe, as you step in, you find what seems to be the mess hall, where maybe the guards sort of got together, or the servants or anyone, to eat and to sort of drink at the end of the day. There are tipped over cups on the tables, there are, leftover plates. It seems like, well, you'd expect Palace's servants to do better than this, and you'd also expect maybe there'd be guards here at all times of the hour with their shifts turning around, but nobody's here. It's almost as if it was abandoned.
These doors right here to my side, these go to that troll. Don't open these ones.
Got it.
The more I see, the more I think Irovetti's men abandoned him as soon as the situation turned sour.
Or they're all holed up someplace else waiting for us.
Draft just another small side room, maybe the cook's room or something like that.
I'm gonna open this door next to Parent over here.
I feel like this door is going to open up a big space, so I'm just going to be a little bit cautious with it.
Sure.
Giraffe, wait. Giraffe, don't.
Oh,
Giraffe.
I should have guessed that.
A room lined and lined and lined with doors. This is, what I warned you guys about in this chapter.
Yeah.
Well, let's not dwell too long on any of this.
Giraffe, if you want, we can just do a cursory glance through it, right? This area seems to be basically servants' quarters. As you open every single door, it does take time, I will say.
The door noises.
You don't say.
That's why I have ambience down to 0, so that's why I warned you guys earlier as well that you're gonna get annoyed by the door noises that Paizo added to every single door here.
Are you enjoying your bubble wrap?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, at least we know where they poop now.
So Parent is pretty smart. He can
I thought that was gonna be bigger.
get like a general idea of a layout maybe.
Yeah.
And when we walked under, this was one of those murder holes, right?
Yes.
Can he hear anybody on the other side of this door?
Roll perception.
He's trying to be somewhat quiet at least.
This map doesn't make me feel like they're wondering if there's like a way to automate non-liminal spaces on Foundry.
Maybe, yeah. It would have to involve changing scenes and stuff, but... Or maybe tiles. Either way. Parent, you don't hear anything on the other side.
He's gonna open it.
You open it up to find what seems to be Ballista's chamber. The interesting thing about it, at least just curiously, is that the murder hole seems to be walled up, like with concrete.
What in the world is going on in this place?
Battened down the hatches, it seems.
No kidding.
This ballista takes me back, though. Wonder if there's any bandits I can shoot.
Oh god. It tear in half. Oops, sorry, Armis here. I was trying to click you, but you were standing in front of these doors for a while, so I assume you maybe would have wanted to open them anyway,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Sure. This
Yeah,
room's
sure.
different, at least. Here, you guys see a spacious chamber. It's well appointed, with furnishings in a colorful and unexpected style, a looming fireplace, and walls covered with maps and diagrams of fortifications under construction. A massive wrought iron bed dominates one corner of the room, its heavy posts supporting a canopy of chains surmounted with massive manacles stained with crusty smears of blood. It seemed like a very kindly sort of person's room.
That's a good word for it.
Is there anything we can glean from these maps that might help us?
These maps at least seem like a lot of, like, future diagrams. Like, oh, where are we going to put our forts when we take over this place or that place or your place, for example? It seems like whoever, owned this room was interested in fortification. Castles, stuff like that.
Anything else of note? I think Yarmaster was looking around.
Yeah.
Just a basic search check.
Yeah, so in here you find a couple of things. First, the tapestries are laced with gold and mithril thread, so they are quite valuable.
Take them.
But you also...
Or both.
Yes, I'm not going to read that out, but that's what Paizo put in their first edition stuff.
Thanks, Paizo.
I was back when it was more racy, so to say.
Well, I mean, there's
There
a
we go, let's
miracle
put it
by
up
the
for chat.
bed, so
Whoever owned this room was a Calistrian worshipper, certainly, with yellow and black.
Oh.
You can tell.
Likely.
close your eyes, Clarence.
Gas glances into the room and keeps walking.
But something else you guys notice is a chest in the far corner of the room has a heavy padlock on it.
Gaz, we need you.
He sighs and does a 180. What? You're not gonna use that on me, are you?
Excuse me? No, there's a box over there. I'm gonna put this in your chambers back at the fort, though.
I'll deal with the box. Just he shields his eyes as he just passes by the bed.
Farron puts the tapestries in the bag of holding to sell later.
Mm-hmm. Fiddling with the lock, it's pretty quickly opened up for you. And you find the bodyguard, or it seems to be the bodyguard's chest. And quickly rummaging through it, you find some potions, antidotes, and gold pieces. There is a receipt that says, "Duly paid to my most esteemed bodyguard and champion, Villamor Koth."
Oh, this is
There we go.
Villamar's room. Ugh.
Oh my god.
Explains the smell. I thought that was apparent.
Well, let's pass a couple of these potions around, I guess.
Everybody, come take part in Villamar Koth's potions.
Huh, you took it twice. I'll have to delete a couple.
Feel free to take. Everyone else, feel free to take them because I have, my own supply.
Farron shoves the gold into the bag of holding.
Yeah. Just pillage it there.
I'll just put the rest of these potions away, and you guys can get them out.
I took a quarter of them.
I should probably take more than one in hindsight. Never
Just
mind.
take them out of the bag of holding.
Alright.
And Dreff has run off again.
Yeah, that's why I'm just not bothering with any doors myself.
Need to get him a leash or something.
But you're the dog.
Not anymore.
Right.
So, Giraffe, you head by one door there and see one sort of at a strange angle at the end of the hallway.
This is gonna go to. I'm just gonna open it.
Sure. You open it up to see it seems to be the grand atrium, the sort of center entrance to Irovetti's palace here. It's dominated by a huge fountain containing a surreal, idealized gold statue of King Irovetti himself, glowing richly in the light of torches along the walls and chandeliers dangling from the dome ceiling. The walls on every side are draped with enormous tapestries showing Irovetti triumphant in every field, from battle to art, and from music to learning and erudition, to name the least.
Oh, good grief, is that a solid gold statue of him? How gauche.
I want one.
Giraffe,
We already have several.
Poof, don't go anywhere.
Giraffe, you blink a couple of times at the statue as it seems to melt before your eyes into what seems really just to be a stone statue. You disbelieve the illusion with your perception check.
Oh, so that's not a stone statue. That is.
Seems to be gold. Oh, well, it seems to be baseline a stone statue that has been added some illusion magic to make it look gold.
Cheap.
Before anybody takes another step, I just want to remind that the reason we took that side door in the north was to avoid the front.
Yep. You should double back and
Yep,
check the others.
I was thinking the same thing. I didn't realize that was the front hall until I opened the door.
Alright, before entering any further and braving any of its dangers, you guys step back quickly down the
I see
hallway
this
here.
room's gonna be small.
Mhm.
I was right.
It's good to know these things first, though.
You found the bathroom at least.
Quite a few of these all over the place.
Find one straggling servant here in the kitchens here. They barely look up at you. You're all still mostly in your disguises anyway, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
As they seem to be sort of preparing what meal they can on what seem to be elegant dishes, actually.
I know something about how servants are treated. I try to pay as little attention to them as possible.
And they pay you absolutely no attention at all either.
The
Going about their
refinery this
business.
guy's preparing food on.
Mhm.
That doesn't match what was in the mess hall, correct?
It certainly doesn't.
Francis is going to kind of watch him a little bit to see where he goes.
He's pulling out these elegant breads from the kilns here, and seems that they are like some sort of cheese bread, almost, in a way. Then there are the charcuterie boards and very fine foods being prepared.
Francis just
Do those stairs
gestures.
go down?
It seems
they
like those stairs do go down.
You wouldn't be down, you'd be up.
Mm-hmm.
Francis gestures towards these north doors.
Yep.
You know what? That's probably a good idea.
Yep.
I'm gonna go for this door.
We should probably not open multiple doors simultaneously.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Oh, doors are there.
As the servant leaves, is there like any food left around here?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of
That's
food,
holding for
scraps.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, okay, just scraps.
Let's step
Probably not the
into
main course.
another corridor that would have been a very good ambush point, but again, it seems like it's not well armed or well guarded at all.
There's some irony in this. Shall I?
Right behind you.
Alright. So, as you guys step into this chamber here, you find that it grows before your very eyes quickly into a palatial audience chamber, complete with a throne. A regal throne carved of burgundy that sits atop a broad dais of red-veined white marble in what is this large throne hall. An impressive circular stage stands beneath a high dome to the south west of the throne, and on the north side of the dais lies a banquet hall that you're standing before, with a massive oak table. The eastern wall of the room features several towering stained glass windows depicting King Irovetti in various regal and heroic poses. Yes. But as you guys step across this table here, you certainly notice that you are not alone here. Sitting upon the throne is King Irovetti himself, with a retinue of guards all around. Markoth, you recognize across
Not a
from
hoist in here.
some of those pillars there, and, well, also a very big figure you haven't seen before. Seems to be sort of kneeling before the king before quickly getting up as Irovetti looks over towards you. Oh. So, you come to me at last, have you? I knew you would. Sort of gets up, dusting off his cloak, sort of throwing it behind him, grabbing for the rod of razors that sits at his side.
As quietly as we could as well.
As quietly as you could. My whole city is at my throat. Thanks none least to you.
They were at your throat this whole time. You just had them very carefully what you thought to be at arm's reach. Or just beyond.
Very carefully indeed. All my work for the past 10 years has built a grand city. I've done everything in my life. Everything from adventuring just as you had, through the wastes of Numeria, to coming here and winning this city off a game of cards. And yet, none of the challenges I've faced have been much like this one.
So you should be grateful to us then.
So I need some water. Grateful? No. I am not grateful to you.
Of course not, because this is a challenge that you can't win by cheating.
No, it doesn't work like that. I am grateful to her. She is the one who I am grateful for. Grateful for her company. Grateful for this kingdom. Without her, I wouldn't have it.
Her?
The most beautiful, magnificent creature of these lands. One whom many men have sought the heart of, but none like I have hunted. And she took interest in me, of all men. This kingdom of mine I have forged, it has not been for me, it has been truly for her, my secret paramour. Nyrissa.
What was her name? Green-haired lady.
That explains so much.
Yes, I can see why she put you on this throne.
You think you are better? You think you wouldn't do everything for such a magnanimous woman? For the most beautiful in all the land?
I mean, there's more than looks to think about.
Her heart is just as, well, beautiful as her looks, as you would say them. But no. She has promised me so much more. So greater of a land. That is truly why I have sought the destruction of your realm. Because she seeks it as well. She wants your nation destroyed for what you have done.
What we have done.
Interfering with her plans.
You have drawn her ire. That's all I care about. I don't need to know the details.
You realize that the way things are currently going, once she's through with you, she's just going to discard you.
Discard me? After everything I've done for her in return? No.
Yes.
How many other worlders have you dealt with? Old worlders.
First worlders. I understand what she is. But look at me. I am not getting any younger. I have done everything in my life. I have vanquished dragons in the Numerian wastes. I have slaughtered the Technic League, as he sort of like holds that rod of razors in his hand, sort of slicing it through the air. I have dealt with trolls, giants, and I have my own kingdom. But yet, there is one thing. I have not found the heart of one deserving of me. She is the only one. She is the last thing to conquer. And I will have her, no matter what I have to do.
I don't think she's that interested in you, honestly. She's not here in your time of need. When your kingdom is falling down around you, where is she?
She is
Been
here,
abandoned.
at my side. And you have fallen right into my trap. You thought it would be so easy to enter my palace? No. I wanted only you to enter this place so that I could slaughter only you.
No, actually, we did think it would be harder, I will admit.
This is the part where it's harder. On guard.
So the good part.
I need everyone's initiatives.
The part where he kills you.
Excuse me, the voices.
Are you good day, Irovetti? You seem to be coughing a lot.
It's just a flu. I got it too. I'm gonna reroll mine.
I think I will as well.
Sorry guys, and ignore my model also freaking out because I'm putting my hands in front of the camera. But, yeah.
There we go. That's better.
Still slightly sick and my throat is very dry, so doing these voices is a little bit more difficult. But, yes, let me change the audio to his boss theme. It's very nice coming from the Kingmaker video game. Let's see, where is he?
You guys gotta let me not forget to move runes on my weapons after this leg of the adventure.
So,
By the way, Giraffe, if you want to delay a bit, I could get you something to help against any dominates that might come your way. It's up to you.
I'm not gonna go far. Yeah, I'm gonna delay my turn till after Yarmazir.
okay, delaying until after Yarmazir. So, as you delay, giving, well, basically the turn to Villamor Koth, he sort of shouts out, "Enough of this! I have waited far too long for my vengeance! You'll pay for what you did at the tournament!" Ugh. Goes into a rage.
I think it's safe to say that
If
we've
you blind
dropped
him,
our
he can't
disguises at this
perceive.
point, right?
Yeah, probably.
You guys are gonna protect me from him, right?
We'll sort
Why
of
would you
drop
do that?
into this long-limbed stance, sort of waving the axe around at its full length here, using the giant's lungs, sort of basically stance there. Third action, he will sort of rush, let's see, right up to as far as he can go, right about here. That'll be
Of
his turn.
course.
Yarmazir.
Green, the map is gray for me right now, but I'd like to use one action to feed the Bravo's brew to a giraffe. One to feed it to myself, and then I'm gonna volley out 2 more.
Okay, so let me look for that in your inventory here real quick.
Sorry about that.
It's alright. Rubber sprues. Here they are, so you guys can drag the effects onto yourselves. Or, Parith, right, was the first one?
It was Giraffe and Yarmazir.
Giraffe.
Okay. So, as you do that, you're sort of quickly passing out these Bravo Brews, knowing that Irovetti is someone who has some ability to harm the mind rather than just the body. So, with that being said, Giraffe, your turn.
Alrighty, wielding my Mombele and the Bloodthirst, which is currently a hatchet. I'm going to.
Is Giraffe planning to like run into the middle of all that?
I'm not going to run in the middle. I'm going to run to the front line. I'm going to do a one-action leap right between Parent and Villamorkov.
Okay. So quickly jumping over Parent over to there. But as you're using a movement action still, he's going to use his attack of opportunity to strike at you. Since he has a lunge sort of reach now, he can easily strike it into you. And you are doubled over almost by the swing of the axe as you almost run into it through your jump. And are hit for a lot of damage there.
How would you guys feel about killing him?
Oh, I'd love to.
Taking him out of the fight really fast. That sounds awesome to me.
And he also will send this swing sort of sweeping through Giraffe into Parent because you are adjacent to each other when this strike happens. So basically, it is just the dice that is added to 11 and 8, total of 19 to Parent. Giraffe, make sure to take the 88 there.
Alrighty. He's getting 3 attacks.
Okay.
Using 1 normal attack, then a flurry of blows. Not
Sure.
flurry of blows.
Or- Yeah, the twin strike.
Do I
Flurry
have
of
a stance? I
strikes.
forgot. I do not have the stance yet. Yeah, let's start with a strike for the Montbelay and see what go from there.
Okay. Taking the blow, you strike back at him. Definitely hits. Puts all of his effort into offense, it seems, so just glances off of his massive body, certainly roided up in some way.
Alrighty, then the 2 more attacks.
Sure thing. This will also hit. We're slicing and dicing into him. He takes the slices across the breast, but seems to just grin back at you as blood leaks a little bit from him.
1 more attack. I need to double check the multiple attack penalty on it.
Sure.
2 weapon flurry.
You've used 3 actions already now.
No, I used 2 weapon flurry for my second attack.
Oh, that's a
Got the
good
name
thing.
of it.
Mm.
Yeah, strike twice once with each weapon. It does not hold that back.
It uses the same map.
Not for 2 weapon flurry.
Oh, right, okay. So either way, it's another hit. Because their rage, they just care little for their defenses. Take a little bit more damage, but there's going to be a lot to work through there. So,
Alrighty.
with that, Giraffe, we go to you. Or, sorry, Parent. Yes, Parent.
Thanks for taking one for the team, Giraffe. Grant discussing Eclipse Burst.
Okay. Calling this globe of freezing darkness into your hands, sending it out into the room. Place that burst for us here. This massive,
Hold
massive
on.
burst.
That's not where that's
Yeah,
going.
I know.
It's just the game is like wanting to freak out.
Wow, this is a good spell.
Mm-hmm.
What level is it? 7. That makes sense.
Fireball 2.
Bigger fireball. Alright, so, seeing it careening towards the stage, knowing that this massive burst of freezing darkness is going to overcome the area here, it will be affecting every single one of them, so I'm going to roll all their saves. Some good rolls, some bad. The general there seems to roll a natural 20. Irovetti also just barely gets a critical success, but all the rest are not going to have so great of luck here. Full damage.
I don't see anybody getting blinded, unfortunately.
No, not there. 3 guards on the top right sort of take this damage, this one takes half, and Villamorkov also takes half of it still. Over 200 damage, 250 about. No, wait, no, yeah, 200. So, in this massive burst of darkness that fills the room for about a moment, sort of snuffing many of the lights in it. Is this one of those spells that snuffs lights? Yes, it does. So many of the lights in the room quickly go black.
That could have worked better than I thought it would.
Next time, Buster.
For my third action, I am going to. Should I do a? Actually, I'm going to step away from Giraffe here.
Alright, steadily
Wise.
getting away from Vildamarkoth's reach. Kiba, over to you.
Okay, so I'm wielding my Songbird's brush.
Yeah.
That is light in a 20-foot radius, so we should still be fine.
Oh, yeah.
At least within reason.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'm starting out, of course, with my Courageous Anthem. Singing whatever nice and awesome battle hymn that we've come up with for our nation, etc. Doing a lingering.
Alright.
Don't mind me,
Click on drag.
just a little silly. I forgot about this.
On
From
Vildamarkoth? Okay.
Yeah, on Real
Yeah, both weapons hit, so both poisons go off.
It was a 5 to start, but the DC is so low at this point that you may not be able to
The
get this.
DC is actually 34. I just haven't updated
Ooh,
now.
okay. So he is affected by the
apologies.
first stage of the warp bubble. A little
Awesome.
bit unsteady.
Oh.
So, sorry, Kiba, you were
Okay,
unleashing your...
you ready?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Do I crit?
that's certainly a success, yes. Not a critical, though.
Oh well.
And unfortunately, because I still haven't really found a solution for it, I'm just gonna manually do it on everyone. There we go.
Cool. I move in and go for one good slash with my Songbird's brush. My
Okay.
awesome shell and halberd. Glaive, whatever it is.
Glowing with a rainbow sort of hue. Encapsulates the
that's
room
what I
even more. Yes, with a natural 20, you certainly will be getting a good hit in here.
Those are good dice.
He's mostly focused on Giraffe. Kiba, you slice into his side, and the deadly blade cleaves harshly into him. Now he's feeling it. Now, a little bit taken aback.
Okay, their turn.
Okay. So, with that, we go to one of the Pitaxian Wardens, as they've not been so quick. Still, this one here will use an action, as you guys have seen many times before, to sort of curl their gauntlets around their blade to quickly cast a haste upon themselves. And third action, they are going to simply...
I'm going to counterspell that haste.
This one? Okay.
He's casting on himself, right?
Yes, on himself.
Actually, I'm gonna hold that. Never mind. Disregard.
Okay. So he does get the haste. He will then stride past Kiba into the back line, as directed by Irovetti. Now, Irovetti himself. You know, it's been a long time since I've been able to use many of these abilities. I think I want you all to be flashed. Not in that way, but you know.
Yeah.
See what art I can create to dazzle the mind. A burst of scintillating pattern across you all sort of hits the room here, avoiding Vildamarkoth, but still. With this, I need a will save. Excuse me.
Bless you.
I will re-roll that.
These patterns sort of
You know that
flash
as well.
around you and sort of overtake your senses. It may cause you a
I'm
lot of
re-rolling
distress. Okay. Yarmseer, unfortunately, was never meant to be. You're still affected pretty harshly by it. Yarmseer becomes confused for a couple of rounds here. One round, okay. But remember as well, with confusion, you can still knock your allies out of it with some damage or something like that. Everyone who succeeded is unaffected, so I think that's everyone. Yeah, everyone's fine, but you're also all dazzled just outright while within this and within 20 feet of the area of the pattern as well, so measuring from the
Yes,
outside
who's
of it.
immune to that?
Oh yes, because of your blind fight.
Blind fighting.
Mhm.
Wow, I was expecting more.
It was a gift from Lamash 2 to guide you towards the feat that you needed.
It's a bit dazzling, isn't it? And now,
No, not
let's
really.
see. Deal with him. He's going to rush. Actually, no.
Howard!
He says deal with him, but instead of rushing away, he will unleash an aria, a inspiration to his allies.
Oh my.
He's also a bard.
It's a bard.
Yes, it's all
No
about
wonder
art.
he's going for the first border.
Oh, Kiba's the foil.
So, that'll be his turn. Going to this one here. They are going to... let's see. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze again. Fuck. Okay, I'm back. This guy his plan was to cast haste on Irovetti himself.
Okay, I'm gonna try to counterspell that one.
Alright, what's the reach on counterspell?
Double check. Hopefully it's not 30 feet.
Each cast a spell that you have prepared, or with clever counterspell, you creatively sort of apply some of your spells. What sort of spell would you use
I have
to
a
counter?
level 3 slow prepared.
Okay, so just roll your spell casting modifier. If you're using an at-level spell, all you need to do is succeed against their spell DC.
Spell attack, right, basically.
Yeah, it's your spell attack roll. Natural 1.
I am going to use my group.
Okay.
I don't want him to have haste.
Well, Natural 20 will turn that right around. As you, well, know that you can sort of weave some of your slowing magic that you often apply to counter this haste, you send it straight towards them, and the two opposing forces intersect and destroy the quickened action that would be cast upon Kustrucci Irovetti. What? Damn it! I'll get in front, my lord. It'll be that one's turn. Now, on to this sort of, you figure is like sort of their general. They're going to step here. And as they do, they're going to raise up a fist, an unleashed blast of cold out into the room, hitting basically everyone in the party, including one of the wardens. I need a reflex save as you guys are blasted by this.
Eva, don't you have something against AoEs? Or do you already use your reaction?
I can use it on this one, yes.
Only if you want to.
Oh, you want to?
No.
I do want to, yes.
Alright, so first, let me roll the damage.
A lot of
62.
dice.
Mm-hmm.
Should
7th
have
rank.
countered this spell.
Only one reaction, but
Yep.
with that being said, a AoE champion's resistance. Everyone just drag that AoE champion's resistance onto yourself, and then take the damage.
That also gets me another roll at the confusion, right?
Yes, it does. DC
I
11.
crit failed, so I double that, right?
Still hit the double button, yes.
DC 11 for
For confusion going away, yes.
oh, is it just DC flat check?
Yep.
Gotcha.
When you're damaged, yeah. It's enough to knock you straight out of it, EX. Or, fucking, Yorma's here.
Yorma's, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just realized I knew I was forgetting something. Right, pummel growth. This was way back on Kiba's turn
Alright, yes.
against Fillmore. It's probably not gonna work, but
Yeah, his fortitude seems to be his
Yeah.
greatest asset. Alright, did
Alright.
everyone take the damage they should have taken there?
Not
Here.
me. Hold on.
Oh.
Where's the damage?
Harith,
Right above your cone.
you succeeded, so you shouldn't be taking full damage there.
Oh yeah, you're right. 1 second.
Found it.
Mm-hmm. So with that, I think everyone is good here. Alright, Gaz took it, Giraffe. Alright, yes.
I don't know what other spells he has, but I'm going to put Stupefied on him.
Okay, yes. Redemption, stupefied, alright. I put the linger on as well, just to get that. And persistent damage, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so you unleash this, maybe a glimpse of redemption into their mind, it sort of stupefies them, and gives them a little bit of pause to go forward. Why is it not automatically doing? It's because fucking. Alright, yeah, I'll just have to do it regularly. Alright, so this one here, they are going to cast haste upon themselves. And then move up. Right about here. sort of interject themselves. This last warden, seeing Irovetti still not have his haste, they're going to cast it on Irovetti. You are, my lord. And then this one's also going to move up into the room, just about there. But that's all their actions, as they've made a lot of oops, I shouldn't delete that one. A lot of preparations in this fight. So, Gaz, as the scintillating pattern still pulses all around you, you get the impression that if you don't get out of it, you're going to risk getting confused by it once more.
That's very troubling, I'll be honest. Gaz sort of looks around the room, trying to find a way, well, a space that is thankfully away from this pattern, and is quickly just going to run past this guard to the other side of Kiba here.
Alright.
Afterwards, he will hit an overdrive, hopefully.
You pump everything into gear. Let's see. The dice is at least a success.
Excellent. As my final action, Gaz is going to strike
Okay.
at the guy he's flanking, actually. Excuse me, what I was thinking there.
No problem. Checking out with the gauntlets recently upgraded, you certainly hit because of the flank. Powder into the back, the armor
Chose
crunches.
wisely.
26 damage. Alright. So, I think that'll be you. Back over to Villamar Koth. You're not my target here, whelp. Going to instead go
I'm
over.
gonna make an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
React.
Reactive strike.
I'm attacking him.
Yeah. Whatever it is, you attack. 5 on the dice. Still hitting him. Not too hard hit him when he's just in this wild rage. 27 points of damage. As he has had his bloodthirst upon Gaz, the one who had defeated him at the tournament. There you are. I'm coming for you.
I like how they're all grouping
Can
up.
we talk about this?
He hits, but not exactly as hard as you would have expected. Double nat ones on his d12s. Sort of grazes along you through some of the banister here. Goes for one more strike. This time, completely missing you as you sort of suddenly know he's there and sort of move away from his swipes. And that'll be all he does, but he's certainly harrying you with his attacks of opportunity.
Does that attack of his actually hit?
The first one hit, yeah.
Did he roll concealment?
Oh, yes, sorry, yeah. Forgetting about that. He does not actually hit the one, so give yourself that 27 back. Good reminder.
Ooh, thank you.
Yarmsir. Gaz, you would have rolled a DC 5 for your attack on this
yeah,
warden,
that
so
is
to be only
true.
fair. You're all good. So, Yarmsir.
Dice in our favor.
Yarmsir is turning invisible.
Alright. Where do you get this from?
Well, my one of my racial feats gives me sure strike and invisibility because I'm a black draconic exemplar.
Oh, yeah, right. Kobold feet. Alright, so
Good choices, honestly.
dip into invisibility here. Though remember, if you end your turn in this sort of phasing light here, you will have to try to do the will save again.
Yeah, there we go. So instead of doing that, Yarmsir is going to hurry on over by next to Gaz. Bit of a risky move, but he'll do it anyway so that he can get the Bravo's brew into his mouth. Here, open up, open up. Says the invisible kobold. I need to roll concealment for that as well, right?
Yes, because you're trying to sort of target him, you're trying to get it in his mouth. You do, yes. You get the,
Yarmos here has trained all of us to just like keep our mouths slightly. You see what's the motion.
Greater
Should
Bravo's
be
Brood
Pavlov.
Does
All
does the dazzle persist outside of the?
Yes, so it's within 20 feet of the edge of the aura. People are dazzled
Okay.
as well. So yeah, it's far reaching. I just have to make sure I keep
Oh man, I'm
up
so
with
glad
it.
he cast that spell.
It's forcing you guys quite a bit forward. But
Fought hard on me.
Yarmsir casting the invisibility and rushing across, sending the Bravo's Brew into Gaz there. Giraffe, it's your turn.
Okay, gutting in is gonna be a bad idea. I don't think I have anything that hits multiple enemies. Like, yeah, I did take that feat. Nope. So I am merely going to step forwards and double slice this guard in front of me. You know,
Okay.
thin out the numbers.
Roll me a DC 5 flat check twice. Versus. Excuse me.
I am immune to the dazzle effect.
Oh, right. Okay,
It's
I
a
keep
blind
forgetting.
fighting.
Yeah, blind fight. So used to being dazzled anyway because of the curse from Lamashtu. You've learned how to avoid it, how to care little for the curse of a god. But you have shirked. That'll be another hit.
My rolls are low tonight.
Slice quickly into this guard twice, injuring them quite readily.
That's all my actions.
Alright.
Shit.
Uh,
And that means I have a little more clots. We'll have to roll for Warp Wobble.
Or Pobble? Yes, because of its being on his turn. Still had plenty of movement to go that short distance with difficult terrain, and he does get rid of it at this point.
Bummer. Also, sorry to do this again, but this was applied on Gaz's turn to the
Guys to the
unit.
warden? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot to deal with, a lot to remember that we have poisons on these weapons. They do succeed.
Bummer. Oh well.
Alright, Parenth.
All right, I'm going to cast Time Jump.
Alright.
My movement speed is 40 feet.
Mm-hmm. To
Goodbye.
time
Just
jump.
runs
Well,
behind
hold
us.
on. 40 feet of movement wouldn't get you up here because this is up on a thing. You would have to go up the stairs there, around and such. So 80 feet. Let's
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 see.
consider for a moment here. So to do that, you would go 50 feet up to
This is
this,
a cool spell.
and 5, 10, 60, 65, 70, 80, because of the diagonals, the double diagonals. So you would only get there, if that's alright.
You know what? That's fine. Still,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm good. Can I still see all the enemies from where I am?
Yep, just up on a little ledge.
I am going to cast Desiccate,
Okay.
targeting all the enemies.
Pull the moisture from them. From
I'm
the
not
air.
evil or anything. I promise.
An 8th level spell.
Ah, yes, my favorite
Oh.
spell, Turn Prune.
The
Oh.
general rolls a natural 1. Another warden critically fails. All the rest succeed.
That's what more like it.
As their bodies visibly wilt, general will take the full damage. And this warden, who is in front of Giraffe, also seems to wilt before his very eyes. Actually, it's just only dust falling out
Yeah.
from their mask that now falls dead before you. Rest take half.
Incredible.
Still, yeah. Lots of AoE damage coming from Parenth. They said wizards were bad.
That was good.
I don't think the guy in the very back took damage.
Oh, yes, sorry. Let me get him a little bit of damage. Alright.
That's my turn.
Alright, Kiba.
Can I safely occupy the space with the dead guy?
Yep.
Step.
Over there.
There's a bit of cover here, unfortunately, but I will give it a try regardless.
Sure thing.
Continuing to aim for Vilmar Koth. /1.
That'll certainly hit. And 23. All right.
I'm doing a second one.
Big slash over the other warden who turns towards you. And another hit. Yeah. Oh, and DC 5 flat check. Sorry. A lot of that going on here. Mm.
It's not automated. Forgot
Yeah, it's not automated because of automation being kind of broken right now. But I think you still do succeed on both those. So yes,
Yeah,
both those go through. Slash quickly
I love
twice.
that DC 5 button we have.
Oh yeah. Slicing into him twice there. He's showed a lot of wounds across his body, but somehow his rage is still fueling him forward. Excuse me.
Good.
So,
End of turn.
So, with that, this guard here is also wisely going to try to rush away from this scintillating pattern and go after Kiba as they find themselves in a flank against them with a power attack. I'll roll a DC 5 as well. Yeah, they do hit pretty harshly here. 32 points of damage to you, Kiba. There. They slash in. Their final action, because they have 4 because of Quicken, technically, they're going to cast Shield on themselves. Alright. Now, not Villamor. Mr. Irovetti. Sorry?
He approached me. Can I make the
Oh, yeah, of course.
reaction attack?
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm gonna get some blood. Just a little bit.
Yeah, of course. You guys can always just interrupt me completely as well, even if I'm talking. 26.
It'll take practice.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had years of it, but it'll still take practice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my pace has improved over the years, so. That being said, Irovetti sort of calls out to Villamar Koth. Oh no, you're not killing my champion so easily. Stay in the fight. He's a bard. He has Soothe. He's gonna cast Soothe.
Counter it.
I can't counter that. I don't have Soothe.
Unless you have to, like, enrage as a spell, you know. Something like that.
Since Soothe is a healing spell, any damaging spell counteracts its effects, right?
I can only counterspell spells that I have on my spell list.
I'd say that the clever
learns.
counter spell could work with any kind of void damage, countering the positive healing.
If it was single target, yeah, there are some stipulations to it, but he still has to have it on his spell list, so he can't counteract occult spells only. Or like divine or something like that. But yeah, calls out soothing the body of Villamar Koth. Still has 2 more actions, so it's going to let's see, continue his inspire courage. However, at this point, he is going to not just inspire courage, but inspire heroics. I am your king, and you are the heroes protecting me. So he's going to do a performance check against the standard DC of his level. Well, total of 41. I do believe that succeeds. It's yeah, it does succeed. It's level 16. So he's due to do a success effect on everyone here. A little bit of an improved Inspire Courage for all of his allies. There we are. And himself, actually. Final action, let's see. Sorry, guys, I'm still a little bit sick. Gonna take a step here.
Running away, I see.
Running from you, but towards your allies. You want to call it that? Yeah, this general here, who's took a lot of damage here, they're going to, they fade from view to cast this spell.
Oh,
then-
great. Now I have to target one.
Suddenly, a strike goes for Kiba. Kiba, you only hear it from the sort of whiffling of the air from their blade. And are unprepared for it. You take 24 points of damage.
Dazzle?
Oh yeah, still doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, they do succeed. So, with that, we go to next, this warden. Sorry guys, I'm gonna blow up my nose. 1 second. Okay. This warden. They are going to continue their assault upon Kiba, now inspired to greater heroics. Actually, nah, they're gonna go for strikes here. Power attack first. DC5, of course. Because that scintillating pattern is still sort of causing some problems on the periphery of it. Just roll this guy's recovery check real quick. That is a hit. So you do take the 32 points of damage, Kiba, from the power attack.
Okay.
Yes. And what do they do elsewise? They're going to take a step here to defend the king, and as a final action, cast shield on themselves, creating a quick barrier with a twist of their fingers. Now, this one here, he was never in the field, so he's fine there. But I look to Gaz, and much the same as his allies, go for a power attack. No need the DC5 because he failed that, so he's going to angrily go for a map 10 attack here, failing that too. He's the one that didn't get a haste off, so that'll be his turn. Gaz.
Seeing Philip McCough invade his personal space, Gaz will go up the stairs a little.
Alright. Where do you think you're going? He's gonna do a attack opportunity.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Slamming the axe into you from the side, 45 damage. The warden as well is going to take an attack opportunity. Oh, both of them need to be DC 5, so, well, this is the Villa Markoth one, he does succeed it. Alright. You only take that 45.
Gaz will fish in his pockets for the healing potion he picked up from Villa McCough's room.
Okay.
Present it with a very cheeky grin and down it in front of his adversary.
Really? You took those from my room? We only use those to keep going all night. How bloody things can get.
They were a just reward for the agony of having to see your room.
18 healing. It's a little bit.
Final action. I'm probably actually gonna probably better medicine myself here actually.
Probably a good idea.
So, time to treat my wounds. Let's see. What DC will I go for? How good am I? I will gamble. Let's go for legendary.
Okay, DC 40.
Risky surgery as well.
That'll help you a little bit. You make things a little bit experimental, you always have, and yes, you do critically succeed because the risky surgery, dealing 3 damage to you, but 63 damage, after the fact. Or 63 healing, I should say.
And that's all 3 of my actions.
Okay. Now, towards Villa Markoth. He's going to start striding up the stairs, but suddenly bump into Yarmsir. Wait, what the hell? Someone's... It's probably that Kobold.
Yeah,
Sorry.
They're going to go for an attack on Yarmsir, DC 11. Just gonna roll that first. He does get to go through with it. And he will hit with it too. He'll have 37.
Ouch.
Yeah,
So wasn't a crit.
I hit something there.
Hey, I think I can.
Oh, you gonna?
That's.
They're both
flat.
within 15. Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, I'm doing my objection to that single attack.
All right. You're not the other player who calls it an objection.
Good.
Ilya does a lot too.
Of course.
Yep.
It targets the foe technically, doesn't it?
What do you mean? Well,
Like
it's
the
a
other
trigger,
objection.
and there's no actually target like thing. Like It's just triggered. Enemy damages your ally both within 15 feet, and then these effects happen. You're not actually targeting because there's not a target clause in bold, right? Like usually with a spell, it's
Gotcha.
like target 5 creatures or something like that. So usually how I run it. For this, it's fine to go through it. So you obviously
I'm
taking
stupefying
this.
him.
Stupefy. All right. And he gets the persistent. Yes. There we go. Okay. So with that, he fails to go for the second strike as he just can't see you, Yarmsir, but you've taken a hurtful hit.
Bad worse. But regardless, he's going to swap out the Bravo's brew in his hand for an elixir of life, and he's gonna down that to help with his wounds.
Okay. You do not have trouble finding your own mouth, even though you're invisible.
Wonderful. After that, he's going to valet 2 more elixirs of life into his hands at the first
Alright.
turn.
Okay. So as you valet those into your hands from your little dragon companion doing the job for you, Giraffe, taking some wounds so far, but still raring to fight.
Yep, I'm gonna double slice the guy in front of me.
Alright. These wardens are getting in your way, and they're not gonna like it. Crit. But because they have this shield spell, they're going to use the block ability of it to reduce the damage just a bit there, absorbing 15 as the shield sort of focuses on this attack and shatters from it.
And now for the second attack.
Oop, wait, we need to do the shock electricity damage, right? How far does that go? 15
Oh, yeah.
feet? Or 10 feet of the target?
How many targets does it hit?
2. So, Irovetti and this guy probably, right here?
Yeah.
Alright, so, it's 2 to each of them. Yeah, go for your second.
Ready.
This will also crit because of the twin strike.
And because he's human, 2d8.
And because he's human, yes, the bloodthirst blade chops into them and seeps blood from their wound, revitalizing you as well. So let me quickly go in and do the 2d8.
Man, this weapon's great. It's a shame none of the other parties picked it up thinking it was cursed.
Well, no, they did pick it up, and some of them did use it, but they just haven't used it anymore. They all ended up selling it at some point.
Man, he's still alive? I guess I'm gonna go with a map attack against him. That misses. That is my turn.
Yeah, 1 second, I can respond to something. Alright, so, yes, sorry about that. Parent, your turn.
Alright. We're gonna do a chain lightning. Through the wardens first, then Koth, then Irovetti, and then the general.
Sure.
So I have see the unseen on, so the general is only concealed to me. Instead of hidden.
Yes, correct. Because you have the seen and the unseen, it sort of pierced the veil a little bit there. You unleash this chain of lightning through the room here. Where's everyone? Alright. So, as it splashes through each of them, you can have them targeted and roll the damage. I think it'll do the animation as well. There it goes, yeah. Splashing through the room. It's piercing through them all through, and yeah, every single one doesn't crit, at least, critically succeed. So a lot of them will take this damage. Let me go through the failure ones first. So it's this guy here and this guy up here. Take the full 64, and you unleash this AoE effect throughout the room. Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
I will need to roll a flat check for the last guy though, really quick.
This guy. Yeah.
Okay, yep, I still hit the last guy.
Still do target him. I need to reset these guys here. This guy not have taken a 32. Yes, there we go. One of them, again, Giraffe in front of you, he keeps stealing your kills.
Oh well.
Mhm.
Better. At least they're dead, you know? That's the silver lining here. They're dead.
Alright.
Last action, I am going to. I'm just gonna cast. You know what? I'm curious. I'm gonna do a recall knowledge on this general.
Sure.
I'm not doing a recall knowledge on the general.
You really just don't have anything to look at there, and you have a hard time even thinking about anything if you don't see anything.
Right. That's my turn.
Alright, Kiba, your turn.
Okay. I unfortunately still don't have a good position to do my big AoE that I'm satisfied with, so I step. And
Okay.
I continue going after Vilmorkoth. So here comes. Oop! Not forget this.
On the background, almost a painting of scintillating light sort of flashing. All the heroic feats of Irovetti are sort of weaved into this tapestry behind you all.
I'm not using this. I just need to.
Yeah, no problem.
Shoot.
Need a
That's the aura, isn't it? I just need the effect.
You just need the actual effect of it, yes. Here you go. Sorry about that, you're the one I
Okay.
missed. I got everyone else to have 3 rounds of it, I think.
Oh, sweet,
or
thanks.
Any arms here to be. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I stepped. Now I'm making probably 2 attacks.
Mhm.
First attack.
It's a hit
It's
against, or a
not a hit,
success
it's
on
a-
the flat, and then a crit against
Oh!
Vilmarkoth. Yes. Slash quickly into them, cleaving once more down. He's still surviving.
Hold on, I'm double checking something. Glaives. Critical specialization of glaive is.
Champions, I don't believe, get crit spec.
Do we not get crits back?
Mm-mm. It would be showing up if you did.
I don't have the blade. I would get it with blade ally,
Blade
but I
Ally,
don't have
okay.
that on. Crap.
Yes, okay.
That's part of my daily preparations.
Right, so yes, so for the purpose of it, a pole arms critical spec is moving them 5 feet in any direction.
Okay. Is it possible? It's a bit of a stretch, but is it possible to move him over that corner?
Yeah, he
That's
walked
in front
over
of
it. So you sort of hook into one of those leather straps that are on his body and sort of pull him back towards you as he stumbles your way.
I was so tempted to push him into the stronger part of the aura, but it's like, I got him so low on health. Okay, second attack.
All right.
And then between turns, I'm gonna try to reapply my blade ally.
One more attack
Gotta
against
hit
him.
my DC 5 real quick. Shoot.
Would hit, but this dazzling array of lights is distracting, but you still
Just
do
barely.
hit. Near destruction, near death, but not dead yet.
Okay, full turn.
Back to Irovetti. And yet you persist. Just trying to strike down my champion. He is going to... Not a great spot for this, actually. Let me see here. Very well, then. One of you will be my new champion. And it seems my champion had it out for you. He points up towards Gaz. Gaz, he will upcast, because he's a bard and he has the upcasted spells. 8th rank, dominate on you. I need a will
I'm
save.
counterspelling that.
Okay. This is an 8th rank spell, so you would need to use something of equivalent or close.
I have a 7th rank dispel.
7th rank dispel magic. Okay, I allow those for clever counterspell. Beat his DC though, which you do not with a 32.
I am gonna use a hero point.
Okay. 10, total of 37. His spell DC is 37. You just barely muster up enough arcane energy to lash out against this magic, spelling it as it is going out, and save Gaz the domination effect.
I use reflect spell on Irovetti.
Oh my gosh!
Oh
How
my
this is going
God.
to work, but let's see his will save. What?
Oh my gosh! It was so close.
My own commands in my mind. Get out! He's stunned 1 as he fights off his own commands for a round there. Curse you, dragon!
I'll have you yet, Irovetti.
I'll have you.
And you're meddling
Get up here!
general too.
He gets into reach of his Rod of Razors as he rushes over here. He has quite high movement speed himself. He's no longer dazzled because he's far enough away from it. He's going to make a strike with the Rod of Razors, his final action. And he rolls a natural 1. So distracted, so enraged by parents interloping that the strike just fails, goes wide.
And I do believe he did not sustain his spell, did he?
Which spell? The Scintilling Pattern?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it is a sustainment. Yes, he did not. So it goes away. No longer dazzled all around the room, which may be helpful, may not be. Everyone else was dazzled, in essence, anyway. He removed those. Alright, that's all he can do. The General, now in their invisibility, is going to try to go after Kiba here. The Great Sword. First strike will actually hit because Kiba, you do not have any way to lower that invisibility down to just concealed, and an invisible target attacking you means you are flat-footed to it.
Oh, just barely hits then.
Yes. You're hit for 23 there.
It's a lot less than I was expecting.
That's what everyone says about him, actually.
Like,
It's
you have a
it's
really
very
big character,
imposing.
you think they're gonna hit hard, especially with a sword like that.
Mm-hmm. However, he
The Black
is going to then point blank unleash chilling darkness upon you.
I am gonna try my best to intervene.
Okay. DC 11 flat check first.
Of course.
13, okay, you can try. You see this spell, you hear it being
Oh,
incanted.
would this have maps
Are you
and
gonna
an
unstable?
attack roll? Or
Your spells do, yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna unstable it, obviously.
Okay. I'm gonna lash out at them, stop this attack from going to Kiba. That does hit, which means the spell is knocked straight out of their hands from its distracting explosion next to them.
Hey,
Love it.
eyes up here.
Silent Guardian just growls at that. That was one action to do that, and 2 actions to do that. That is all they can do on their turn. This Warden here still has a flank against Kiba, and they're going to continue focusing on Kiba. Great Sword Power Attack. Misses with a 4. You're going to go for
Cool.
map 10s. Desperately striking out towards you, but you're deflecting every single strike that comes your way. Then, this Warden here. They are also going to go for Kiba because they have the flank. They think they can get to you, Kiba, and this one does. 34.
Cool.
Starting to take some hits here now. And then they're going to do map 10s. Yeah. Or 1 map 10 at least. 14 though. Still, they would have had to actually roll a natural 20 to even hit you, Kiba. Champions, AC and all that. Yes.
We're kind of silly.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit off. I believe we have some business that we still need to take care of. Gaz will focus his attention on the near-death variant.
I am
That's
so
great.
happy
These
It feels so
guys.
nice to hit barbarians. They're just HP sponges that are easy to crit.
Oh yeah, from around the corner there, so beyond the banisters here, you sort of strike the perfect strike down at him, crunching it into the back of his head as he's more focused on Kiba at this point, and he falls to the ground, dead. His rage no longer sustaining him.
Oh, that's that loser and tied up. Gaz will squint his eyes at the invisible gentleman next to him and try and go for a map attack, as terrible of an idea as it is.
Okay.
Why would you do that to me?
That's a failure.
It's crit, unfortunately. Final action, I'm going to raise my shield.
All right. Something real quick. All right, so. Gaz. Sorry, you're missing. Yeah, still fucking sick. All right.
Alright, as Philomore Koth goes down, Yarmasir breathes the briefest sigh of release before Gaz hears the rustling of a cloak.
All
As
right.
his cape transfigures into wings. Yarmasir is going to then leap up into the air, still invisible, and begin to pursue Irovetti.
All right.
I'm not sure how I have to get over the banister here.
Just
I
you know,
imagine-
you'll be 10 feet in the air as you're going over this,
Gotcha.
so you're good right there. Make sure you give you guys the correct heights here. Quick. Oops, not 19. 10. And 10 and 10. All right, Giraffe. Seeing many of them fall before you, what do you do at this point?
Oh boy, this is exciting. I'm gonna step forward, attack this warden with a single attack, and then parry.
Okay. That's a crit easily.
And the damage, of course, transferring over to the general.
Right. And they have no defense against it, even though they're invisible, just because of the sweeping, wild strikes.
Wow. Okay, maybe instead of parrying, I'm gonna go for another attack because he's so close to death.
And 18
Oh,
will be
look at
another
that!
crit.
Of
Transfer
course.
that damage again.
Mhm. Hatchets
I
cleaving
love
through
two-weapon fighting.
the warden, leaving their head from their shoulders, and then, of course, again, just chopping into the general there for an extra
Chose the wrong
5.
battle.
All right. That's it.
Oh, no, he's near death. Oh, this is great.
Excuse me. Parenth, your turn.
You know what, Irovetti? You're kind of laughable, you know that?
I'll show you laughable.
Indeed.
Laughing no.
Whoa.
You. Oh, this. You're right. This is all a grand joke. He'll be slowed, as well as stunned. They do not increase each other, but he'll be slowed, of course, for like the next round, and it makes sure he can't use reactions.
Have a nice day.
Mhm.
That's going to touch his chest and turn invisible.
All right. Using the Shadow Rune, the innate invisibility of it, you blink out. Kiba.
How high up is the throne dais? Just like
It's just,
Step
it's
up
not
or-
really, yeah, it's just a step.
Giraffe Gas, can you hold these guys off?
Yeah.
I was sort of thinking of going after Irovetti, but sure, I'll hold my position here.
I need to protect Parenth.
Fair enough.
Do make sure you strike from a distance. I've got a plan. Namely one that involves this.
Okay, so I'm striding out of the way. gonna self heal.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check that I have my speed right. 30, yes. Okay.
Land hands, getting closer. He is 10 feet up, so remember that as well. You wouldn't be able to make a strike against him from there.
What's it about range? You needed me to do something?
I was just mentioning that you wouldn't be able to strike
No,
him.
Yarma's here.
Oh.
On me? I'm planning on using a list on him on my turn. So how it works is that it fills up the 10-foot square next to me. So
I need to
should be fine
reapply
if
my
you-
thing anyway.
Oh, gotcha.
So that works. That
Hmm.
works actually. Yeah, I don't think I could get close enough to do to do an objection anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do a regular. No, it's no. Let's do the full courageous anthem. Get my brush. Not crit.
That's still a success, though. Your allies
Yep.
will gain the benefit of it. So make sure they all have it here. Alright.
It's extremely hard for me to fail this,
Mhm.
but I can. Okay, that's my 3 actions.
Alright. So, Irovetti. This is laughable. All my servants, slain before my eyes. No matter. There's one. One who will protect me. One who will not allow my death. I'm coming, my darling. Translocates. Slips away.
Counterspell.
Wait,
Counterspell. Okay.
counterspell will teleportate.
The only thing I got is slow. Would that be valid to stop a movement ability?
Let's see. What traits does Slow have? Arcane, Concentrate, Manipulate, Concentrate, Occult, Translocates. He's casting it as a cult spell. I have to say no, it's a little too far away. You would have to do some sort of other teleportation trait spell for teleportation stopper.
Let me see. I was even thinking about bringing a spell that blocks teleportation.
Mhm.
Oh, I've got nothing then.
Okay. He disappears through the translocation, exiting the fight.
Dang it.
With Irovetti gone and this general very badly injured, you think you feel a mist in the air as they go into an invisible gaseous form now and start floating away.
I will probably not interrupt it, but I'll still striking at it.
Okay.
DC 11? Never mind, I'm not striking at it.
Sorry, geez.
Bless you.
Alright, so
You.
you're not striking at him, you just can't find him. At this point, he's an invisible sort of mist, and he's also fleeing himself. Giraffe, you can try to strike him as he's moving away as his third action.
Yeah, I think I will.
DC 5 because of your blind fight. In fact, you would actually
yeah.
hit him, or you would actually be hitting him before, or as he's casting that spell as well, so you could interrupt it
Yep,
here.
because that has the manipulate. I forgot about that.
This hits,
There we
roll the
go.
damage.
Not that easy to get away.
Well, you don't interrupt it unless you crit.
No.
Yeah,
Can
this
I
is a little bit
point
different.
on that.
Does it
evil-
interrupt him by killing him?
If you want to, sure. May be difficult to get a crit, but let's see. Nah, wasn't meant to be. They still go into that misty form and start floating away. It would be almost impossible to find them because they're not making much sound or anything like that, so they just disappear. Now, the only one left, this guard here. Shit! I'm getting out of here. He runs away.
I'm gonna let him run.
I'm not stopping him.
And with that, the first encounter with Irovetti is at an end.
Well, we did it. We cooed Irovetti.
No,
No, we didn't.
this isn't over until he's dead.
We also need that
Yeah.
show back from him. Come on, we've got a lot of healing potions. We can go after him immediately before he
He
can
was
regroup.
wooed by a first worlder.
Where did he go, though? That's the difficult part.
He would have had to go somewhere that he could see, I think. Which means he probably went for the stairs.
Not with 5th rank. 5th rank allows you to go anywhere you know, within a mile.
So he's already got a mile. We don't know
Parents
what
would-
direction.
Parent would probably know that better than Kiva.
There's. I think
should
I
have
might
been-
know where he could have gone.
I should invest in some tracking stuff. Make sure we can actually follow people when they just warp away.
I
Oh,
think
we've got a good pair of sniffers right here. Take a smell of his seats, Giraffe, then you can follow him, right?
there's
That's
no
not
need.
how
I
it
think
works.
I know where he went. I reiterate that again. I'm not smelling the chair.
That's your idea.
Do you remember ages ago when we remember that what was it? That speech competition we had a long time ago?
Sure do.
And I asked a question where the greatest treasure in this land is. And it was here.
Here?
He's probably hiding in his treasure vault or something.
That's where he might keep
That's a
the
good idea.
green-haired lady, right? She seems more of an object to him almost.
It's possible. I don't know where that is though. Maybe downstairs somewhere? We need to take a few minutes to recuperate though.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Definitely need to fix up my gear.
We do have a lot of healing potions, so if we want to hurry, we can just take a few seconds at most.
I'm gonna drink like 4 of these lesser healing potions.
They're
I
not
wanna
like the
note
greatest. But
These wardens next to me have potions on them. I took 2 of them.
Oh, well, my cough is still carrying a lance.
Actually, would it be possible to tell where he went with that translocate? Any way to do that? Detect
Not unless
magic
you
or
have some
arcana?
sort of tracker spell already on him. No.
Is the lance actually on him, or is that just a weird
It's
way-
just a, after image,
Yeah,
I
fair enough.
suppose, yeah.
fades away?
I'm gonna continue to sustain that hideous laughter just to make fun of him.
Sure.
Oh, hilarious.
Hey, if he is nearby, we can use that to maybe hear him through the walls.
We'll do a lot of healing potions here. You guys
They're all the lesser healing potions.
Are you guys going through a 10 minutes rest or no?
Probably not.
Okay.
Like,
If-
lessers aren't really useful in combat anymore, so
If we are not resting 10 minutes, then my thingy will still be broken. Just as an FYI.
We should take 10 minutes.
We should
Just-
take 10.
alright then.
That will be back really quick.
Yeah. Actually, guys, we'll take a 5-minute break here.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
So,
Right.
everyone on stream, we'll catch you in 5. Oop, that's the
Yeah.
outro. No, that's the outro. We want to go to break. There we go. Alright, we're back. And in the aftermath of, seems to be only the first battle with Irovetti, with many of his champions falling, you have to wonder what else he has in store for you all. He can't have gone far. Feel like he wouldn't ever abandon this place. Excuse me. So, from here on.
But nothing else we can do but track down his treasure vault, as he called it.
Yeah. Vaults are usually downstairs, but it's entirely possible this treasure of his might not be downstairs.
If it's a vault, it's probably full of magical items. So we just have to take a sweep over everything, and probably parents' detection magic will do part of the legwork for us.
But if it's because he believes that Nerissa is in love with him, that explains why he took the veil. I'm not so sure that he would be keeping that in a vault. To me, that sounds like he would be trying to keep it somewhere more personal. That's my theory.
So we find his chambers then?
That's what I'm thinking.
Either way, it's just a matter of combing over this place with a fine-tooth brush.
Well, I doubt he would have his chambers off of a mess hall.
Well, you have the whole place to explore.
Let's look.
There's stairs up there. I think we should.
Are these stairs? What is this?
So, right here, this seems to be like the main promenade. And yes, there's these sort of side, balconies and
sorry.
such.
These
And
things.
yeah, I was getting that. They seem to be They seem to be access to those small minaret almost towers that rise above the roof of this place for like watch posts and stuff.
Ah,
Those don't go to a second story because there is no second story to this place.
right. I forgot about that.
But as you guys are looking around the main hall here, do roll me a perception check if you are searching.
We're at the scanning over everything with the deck magic.
Detect no magic particularly here. It is actually Giraffe and Kiba. Both of you notice that on either side of this, where the balconies are, there seem to be secret doors, passageways, just as the journal had mentioned there might be.
On the ground level or the upper level?
On the upper level. Like, right here.
We need to go up there, up top.
There's one on the north too. There's two of them.
Let's check the north one first.
Alright.
I'm going to the one on the north.
Get up there, you can open it at any point. Seems to lead into a small passageway with little going on within. Seems to even go down the hallway here to a dead end on the right.
What about this?
That again is up to one of the watchtowers.
Can we just peek up them really quick to just confirm there's nothing up there?
Yeah, you peek up and all you see is a burning city. Well, not burning so much that it's being burnt down, but you know.
It's strange if there's a passageway back here with no other way out.
Search the walls.
Roll your perceptions. Seems there may truly be no other way out. You don't find any secret doors in this little passageway. This confuddling place seems to be defying any reason or logic.
Okay, I'm gonna open this secret door then.
It's doing its job well enough, I suppose.
Slowing you guys down just a bit. Graph, as you open this door, anybody who enters this hallway can also roll a perception check for it. once again, using that journal, you recognize that there may be secret doors within secret doors. And there is one actually, as you look to your right, Giraffe, right next to you.
Oh, I already opened this one. I thought I was looking down the hall. Oh, I completely messed up my directions. Yeah, this is just tools.
Just a tool shed.
Looks like. Cool. Let's open up this one.
Seems to lead to another hallway.
Secret tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Still, as you're searching,
Checking this.
you open that door to a series of
Oh,
many
goodness.
more damn doors in this place. You roll me a perception check as you're searching down this area here.
Ranth moves to the side to let other people look as well.
Hmm. Well, you can pretty much confirm that these are just more guards' quarters or servants' quarters. Seems like there's plenty of them for all the servants and all the guards.
Yep.
Eva finds what seems to be another passageway, hallway down that way.
I have to.
Roll your perception checks one
I
more
have
time.
ambience at 0, and they're still blasting my ears out.
Interface down to 0 too.
It pays off. There's a hallway here. I'm gonna check the other ones.
I'm just.
Sorry,
I'm gonna
Dave.
search the walls around my area.
Sure, yes, perception.
Can everyone enjoy some time out?
Just staring at the corner.
Mm-hmm. So, Kiba, you are very, very certain there is no secret door. Just core.
Okay. Worth a check. This place
There's
is
some
freaking weird.
conspicuous stairs here.
Stairs.
Yeah,
I like
but
stairs.
Kiba, I'll apply your check to this hallway as well. There is something you do notice about the end of this hallway. It sort of curves with the wall a little bit strangely on the end of it, as if it's not the same on the other side of the walls here.
Huh.
You do detect a secret door here, because you were told by the journal once again, you might find secret doors within even these quarters, these rooms here.
What an odd place for a door.
Find a
This
small
place-
area.
This place is excessive.
And you also
There's-
find that there's the back of a secret door in this area too.
And another. Let's try it.
It's up to a little area here, but you do find what seems to be a hidden staircase going downwards.
This is so weird.
Look out to see what seems to be an arena, actually.
Good grief.
Bloodstained from the many fights that took place on these sands.
I don't like this place.
A bit of a library here.
Getting warmer, perhaps?
You have found some secret tunnels, undergrounds, and other ways downwards.
This place just keeps going and going.
Anything magic here in the library?
You look around the library. It does have a lot of legitimate reference works here, but nothing of magical note. And more stairs that lead downwards, though these ones seem public access, as in saying that these stairs over here are hidden from view.
Should we just go downstairs, you guys think? Or should we keep scouring this level?
I
That's
think we should
I
go
feel-
down.
I feel like this is something he would bury as deep as he can.
You might be right at this point.
Ranth doesn't open this door just because.
Find a conservatory. Seemingly a place for, art, artwork and stuff, and music and such. There are some treasures here. Some virtuous sort of instruments and such. And a nice Kettering carpet.
Pick the carpet.
Rolling that up, alright.
What's a hurdy-gurdy?
It's a string instrument with a crank on the side, basically.
No, I know what it is. I'm just like, why?
Yeah, you could be a virtuoso bard using a hurdy-gurdy.
I imagine that would make me popular with children.
You guys
Okay.
feel as if you've scoured a lot of this level.
Yeah.
Irovetti wouldn't put his most prized possessions up here when he has perfect space down below.
Yeah.
I feel like this
Yeah.
staircase over here is the one, guys. Not that one next to you.
It
I mean,
is
it
certainly
is behind
hidden.
a hidden door, so
Alrighty, let's go.
And it goes down this staircase.
All right, everyone follows.
They're both behind hidden doors.
Yeah, it's the most hidden way down.
Move you guys over. And here.
Which connection point are the players at?
Yeah. So with this, I need to quickly change something up. Real quick for you guys, like 5 seconds. So. You guys find yourselves going down many stories, many flights of stairs here. And eventually, finally, through the rough-hewn stone, you find the bottom. The door at its end. Stacking you guys up here. Excuse me.
For the sake of getting out of this cramped hallway, I'm gonna step into the room.
Yes. It is here that you find a much different room than you've seen before. This one is lacquered with this black marble and has much, fine dark woods and velvet sort of purple coverings to things and such.
In a
And
castle like this, the only place to spit is the king's face.
looking around the room here for a moment, you find littered pieces of art and all that, but before you do anything further, Kiba and Giraffe, you feel like someone's stepping through the curtains here. And the figure before you is familiar to you all. It is a figure that you've been seeing in your dreams, in your travels, but only their scant sort of remains, their hair, green hair, is the first thing you recognize upon what seems to be truly her, standing before you.
Marissa.
Why, hello there, boys. Fancy seeing you here. I was told by, well, my favorite at the moment that you had come to break his toys. Is that what we're doing here?
We don't take threats lightly, even less so actions.
Oh, threats. Well, I'm not here to threaten you.
Nor are we here to threaten you.
I am simply here to remind you that you do not understand the powers that you are dealing with here. For I am the ruler of these lands, truly and justly as well, for I have been here far longer than you have. My siblings, the Fae, have also been here far longer than any mortal ever has. So, I advise you to leave. Leave this all behind, and Irovetti will never step foot on your domain again. You have my word on that matter. All of this can end here and now.
I can't just leave until I've completed what I have to do.
And what is it you have to do?
Kiba just kind of stares into her eyes for a moment. I made a promise. A promise to somebody that I intend to uphold.
A promise. And what would that promise be?
I'm afraid that I can't tell you, but I believe that it would be to your benefit.
You can't tell me. But it would be to my benefit. Now, why would a secret ever be to one's benefit, to be held from them? You think you can control them, but they always strike as hard as a thorn in the end. There are no white lies. There are just lies in this world.
Would you believe me if I told you that all that I am doing is for you?
You're doing it all for me. That's a quaint gesture. But why? I do not want you to help me. I do not need
I know
you
that.
to help me. You are but worms. You are but one of the few last kingdoms standing between what I have spent aeons searching for.
So even if Irovetti stops trying to destroy us, you will continue. Is that what I'm understanding?
Excuse me. Perhaps. No. No, it's a certainty that I will continue. But at least your realm will be spared. For even if Irovetti fails here, I will have my sights still set on yours.
I'm afraid this is a sleeping doll. We can't let lie.
What is it that you seek, that you think would help me? Tell me.
All right, I'll tell you. Your heart.
My heart. My heart is long gone.
I don't believe it is.
You don't believe so, so where is it then?
It's asleep. It's dormant.
And so you wish to plunge it back into the void that I have?
It'll only make you stronger.
You think it will change anything? The first thing you should know about the Fae is that we are tricksters, and you have been tricked. As her form seems to shift and morph away from this Nyrisan form completely, out from these curtains. Instead, this strange Naga-like creature suddenly bursts with Irovetti at its back. Ah, fools! Now I know why she wants it.
Ugh.
And so, you know where this is going.
If you know what she wants, then you know how to save her.
I don't want to save her. I want her.
Ah,
And
the
now-
Because he
manipulative
is an
type.
incel.
Now I know exactly how to gain her. Nice work, Ingledis. You've done well. All at your pleasure. Now let's slaughter them so I have my food for the night. Going back to
I'm just
Irovetti's.
gonna
Sorry?
say that Irovetti is just. He's an old man who can't keep it to himself.
Oh, yeah.
He's being selfish. He's looking not for his kingdom, but for himself. Like a fool. That's my demoralize.
Let me add the music here. There we go.
So now we know that this is not about love for her, but it's about possessing her. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. And he seems
Awesome.
the key now. Now that you have revealed this information, that seems to be the one thing he didn't know. The wounds that were on him seems to have healed. You know, he has those soothe spells. He was probably using some of them.
He wasn't that hurt.
Yeah. So
He
with
doesn't
that
get his
though,
spell slots back right, dude. Right?
no, he does not. I've kept track of that. So, Giraffe, you did shout it back at him, and from the previous fight, knowing your strength, he does seem a little bit frightened. But first, there is this creature that stands before you, coiling up, laughing at the deception. Giraffe, what do you do?
Well, it seems clear that the true threat here is Irovetti. Well, not threat, but the true pin. And we can't necessarily kill the Fae, because our goal is to actually save her. So I'm gonna
I don't
risk...
think this is her.
This is not her.
This is not her.
Oh,
This is...
We were deceived.
Definitely.
You were also deceived out of character, apparently.
Oh shoot! I was deceived out of character.
I am so impressed.
Certainly seemed not
Okay.
her, yes, yeah.
Then
That
I'm
was a
going
really
to...
good ruse, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna double slice, and then parry.
Spirit Nagas are known for it. They take on many forms.
Well, I didn't know them for that.
Right. Either way, you do strike quickly into this one here.
So now that I know that he's
Another.
basically spreading misery through false love, more or less,
Mm-hmm.
I have no qualms about hurting him.
Oh yeah, that's like anti-Shellenites, certainly. So, you make two quick strikes against this coiling snake lady here, but she's very quick. You thought that your second strike would have really hurt her, but no, she gets out of the way really easily. So, Harold, your turn.
Parent focuses. He concentrates on a spell. And he's going to cast Tempest of Shades.
Okay.
I'm going to conjure the thing right next to Irovetti.
Forces of Undeath. Once again, dipping into the chronic
These are the
energies.
spells you give me.
Yeah. So, yes, the arrival. Vortex death. Each enemy creature within 60-foot must receive fortitude. Alright. This is Vortex of shades whirls in the room. On their arrival, excuse me, they are going to frighten a little bit. Eggletus here. And, oh sorry, it's drained. Drained 1 on arrival, alright. Spirits rip into them. Sorry, I need to blow my nose again. Hold up.
That's you.
Rained? Oh, that's cool.
Let's put a circle where it is. It's a reference. And that's 3 actions, so that's my turn.
Alright, I'm back. So, yes, this whirling shades continue throughout the room, screaming louder and louder. Kiba, your turn.
So that's like a magical effect and not like a creature or anything, right?
Yeah, this is a incarnate. Incarnates are basically just like summons, but they don't have a creature stat block. They just like do something in the room, right?
Love it. Love it. I step,
Uh-huh.
and then... And then... I'm like, how do I do this? And then I prismatic spray.
Okay. Unleashing with a wide arc, a rainbow that splashes into the room here.
I'll
We need-
effortlessly hit both.
Yes, so roll me 2d8s. First one will be for Angletus, second one will be for Irovetti.
Watch as this Naga is good.
I don't think so.
6 and 8. Okay, so Potent Beam. So 8 was the first one, so Angletus is being hit by both the 5 and the 1.
Oh, just two.
Yes, yeah. But you did it correctly anyway after the fact. Either way, so yes.
It works.
Here's the Potent Beam. That one sort of splits into 2. With a fire ray and a blue ray, affected as if petrified. She needs to roll reflex first.
Also, according to the item description, the spell DC should be 34.
Yes, 34. She does
Fine,
succeed.
say-
yeah.
She does succeed, takes half damage on the fire ray. Then the fortitude save for the as petrify effect. She rolls a natural 1
Oh,
on it, and her
Oh,
general, that's 25.
Slow 2.
Let's see. Does petrify have the incapacitation effect? Only on. Yeah, so
only the future ones.
only on future ones it does have incapacitation, but she does get stricken by this blue ray that sort of scales up her scales into stone, and she's barely moving as she's overtaken by it.
On a failure, she begins to play a DVD.
And what did he get? 6. So that's Warp Mind. Alright, a will save for him. Would be pretty bad if he also rolls a natural 1. Rolls a 5. 30 total. He
Big
fails this. He is confused for a whole minute.
oh my gosh.
This one does have incapacitation on it, sadly.
Oh, okay. So with that being the case, then he is higher level than you. He would not be
Still
confused.
confused.
Spends
Yeah,
the
we can
first
throw
action
one
on his
action.
next turn with the confused condition applying to them. Okay. So yes.
It's a
little bit.
huge gulf between the success and the failure.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Either way, Eva, I think that's you.
Yeah, that was 3 actions.
Gaz.
Remember, you have the stupid juice.
I'm well aware. I was going to go bother Irovetti right now. Problem is, I kind of want to stay far enough away from him, but I may as well just. Gaz
He has
moves on
reach on his
over.
weapons, though.
Yeah, I know. Gaz moves on over, and fishes out one of the vials that Yabusia handed him in the past, and opens it up, making sure not to inhale anything himself.
Alright.
Forgot again. There was
Shit.
warp wobble on a giraffe's weapon. Hit one of them, right?
Yeah, hit the Naga.
So I'm gonna say, with inhaled stuff, it only occupies the single space next to them, and you have to be next to that space to do it. You can't use it with reach.
Fair enough.
Inhaled says it's a 10-foot cube,
Oh, okay.
like the trait itself.
Trait doesn't have it up here, but yeah, I'll believe you. So,
Fair enough.
a cube, let's roll his fortitude save. 15, he does very much exceed that. So he's unaffected by the mist right now.
That is unfortunate. The good news is I will now grapple him.
Okay.
Let's see. Obviously using my weapon for this.
Go on the dice.
I have a hero point that.
Okay. 13, 41 against his fortitude save. DC is 37. He is grappled as well.
Excellent.
Held in place. All right.
That's 2 of my actions. My final action will be to use my quote-unquote free hand to overdrive.
Sure thing.
Oh, my turn's gonna be fun. All 3 actions to attack.
Fiddle with the gears and cogs, trying to get them to work better for you. They do. Just a bit.
It's my turn.
Alright, so on to Irovetti's. What? Just get out of my face! Oops, sorry.
Inhale the
That's,
stupid juice, Irovetti.
that is. Yes, he's sort of tries to bring up a ranged strike against you, as it seems that the Rod of Razors has this chain attached to it and shoots out this flechette of shards towards you in this Numerian fashion. So you're taking 64 points of damage.
I'm so sad about that.
But then he's no longer confused, he realizes what's going on, he shakes his head. Damn you! Let's see how you like it! Unleashes a prismatic
No.
spray.
Oh no. I will do my thing.
Okay, let's see, Giraffe is in it. Englandus is also in it. The only one who's not is Parent.
I will interrupt that.
Yes, let's see.
Unstable action, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Get an explosion together to stop this. 38 with yes, you would succeed on hitting him. It would
my
just
gosh.
be blown out of his hands. God damn you!
You gotta keep a grip on your
Magic
stuff if
bully.
you use it, you know?
Mm-hmm. So,
Uh,
and poison?
if creature, hill poison is activated, once unleashed, the poison creates a 10-foot cube. When you enter it, you're exposed to it and must attempt a saving throw, but it says nothing about at the end of your turn if you're already in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that
Weird.
it's not going to continue, I don't think. Actually, no, we'll just have
It
it
lasts
stay
for a
there.
minute in the
Oh,
area.
okay. Yeah, lasts for a minute in the air, so it's still there. Alright, so, Angletis. As she's reeling within this petrification, it's at the end of the turn for it, I think. Let me see.
It doesn't say. It's so weird. Because, like, technically, if he leaves and then comes back, it'll, like, hit him.
Well, I'm not worried about that right now. So, the petrify here. Let's see. Must do for at the end of it. Okay. As she's reeling with most of her body petrified, she still seems to be able to voice an incantation. As she unleashes it upon Kiba, her voice shrieks into your mind, and you are stricken, stunned, completely.
Actually, because I didn't fail my thing. Oh no, wait, I don't have to react. Excuse me.
One reaction.
You don't have another reaction, yes. So, she shrieks this out towards you, Kiba. Very powerful spellcaster. You are stunned. Outright. For a round. That means stun 3, essentially.
Alright,
No save. Wow.
that's cool. I didn't
Not on power
need
words.
to take a turn anyway.
Mm-hmm. She seems unhappy with that petrification. She's going to make the fortitude save at the end of her turn. 7 on the
Please
dice.
become a statue.
This is incapacitation, though, so she upgrades it by 1 step. She does succeed. Which, let me look at it one more time. Reduces the slowed condition by 1. Okay, so she's down to slowed 1 at the end of her turn here. At least for that. Yarma's here. What do you do?
So if I place down another mind fog gas in the same exact
They will
places,
not. You cannot
Yes.
usually overlap similar effects. No.
gotcha. It's so weird.
Or same effects.
Well, in that case, Yarmsir is going to come up here, and then place his mind fog down onto the Naga.
Okay. Filling the room with this noxious fog.
Spreading the stupid juice.
Fine with that, she fails. She's stupefied too. Starting off.
Wonderful.
So with
And then
that,
he's going to feed a elixir of life to Gaz.
all right.
I'm holding the man down.
We're healing up gas. I think you might have pressed it twice, but we'll take the first one.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. That'll be you, right?
Yep, that's all for my turn.
Giraffe, as Kiba is stricken stunned next to you, what do you do?
Giraffe, wait.
Even at this, I'm going to defer my turn till after Parent.
Okay. Parent shouts out.
I'm casting a level 7 haste on everybody in the group.
Okay. There we go.
Wonderful.
Leash
Well, I'm
great
going to be
speed.
making 5 attacks instead of 4.
So would that give Kiba an action?
No. Stunned for a round means that they cannot act. It's like stunned in 5e. You just can't do anything.
I cannot drag the haste effect onto everybody, so everybody just
yeah,
grab the
everyone
haste
grab
for
it.
yourself.
Thank you.
As a reminder, it's a stride or an attack.
Yes.
With the 6th creature, you should pick like some beetle that's walking around over here.
Nah, I'm good. Third action, I'm gonna try to do a recall knowledge on the Naga.
Okay. That'll be a occultism. You have nothing much to say about them. Nothing
my
comes to
turn.
mind. Alright. Giraffe.
3 things. double slice, 2-weapon flurry, then the extra action to strike. with
Okay.
Bloodthirst.
Have a plan.
It's like I'm playing a monk.
Well, it's close enough. Yeah, that's a hit. Just a little bit into the scales. Natural 1 on the
I'm
second.
gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
Last hero point.
2's not going to be enough either.
Darn. Now for the 2-weapon flurry.
Mm-hmm. Another strike, another miss as she's coiling away.
Really high AC.
Avoiding every single strike here. Yeah,
And one last attack with the extra action.
sure thing. A
Oh,
miss.
come on.
Well. So,
Well, I got one attack off.
with that, Eba, you are stunned for the round. You can do nothing. Gaz, over to you.
Using his extended reach, Gaz is going to take one more step away.
Okay.
And she's going to continue grappling Irovetti.
You have to keep it going, yeah.
I forgot to resolve something on my turn,
Yeah?
and it's relevant. The Tempest of Shades depart.
Oh, right, yes. Do the will save for either of them. See if they are affected in any way. They would both be frightened 3. Now, because of that, I want to check real quick if Giraffe missed any by 3. I don't think you did. No. Yes, let's
No.
continue.
Thank you for checking.
Alrighty, I will, as mentioned, continue my grapple.
That's a success because they're they should be frightened 3, but still, that is just barely a success to keep them on hold.
He's frightened 4 because of my demoralize earlier.
Well, it doesn't stack. That should have.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
E3.
Either way, still succeeds. Yeah.
I will use my quickened action to strike at him.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit. Because they're so frightened, they're locked down pretty harshly here.
Barbarian tech is overrated. The thing you build yourself is where the stuff is really at.
What you build yourself pales in comparison to what I saw.
Anyway, final action, raise shield.
Yes. Raise your shield. He's going to first. Let's see. Try to break. Does he have a good? Yeah, he's gonna try to break free from this grapple, this hold you have from him or on him. I do believe that succeeds.
Very much so.
All right. As he does so, he will then. Got here. I want to stay in the fucking mist anymore. Well, if you like your inhaled poisons, why don't you come and get some? He's gonna stride back there, and third action. Well, saying that to Gaz, roll an intimidation check. 38 against your will DC of 37.
37.
You're frightened 1. There we go. Now, on to
Is
England.
that taking into account the Bravo's brew?
No,
Oh,
because
yeah, I do have that.
yeah, but it would still match your pass because it's +1 on the Bravo's brew. It does
Bravo's is
baseline.
+3.
I know,
It's
but
+4 against fear effects.
I know, but the will. I know, I know,
Oh, yeah,
I know.
sorry.
But the will is already including it in his DC. It just didn't include the extra +1, but it still didn't help. Yes. Yeah. So, that being said, Angletis' turn. She is going to also take note of this and withdraw into the water here. First action.
I'm gonna make an attack.
Okay. This water
Just
will be
slippery little
difficult terrain.
snake.
She slips away, or tries to. She's so frightened of the sudden shriek of the ghost that she puts down her guard for a moment. And as her final action, You stay away from him. And she is going to cast Stun. It's her final 8th rank spell on Gaz, this time. Gaz, you are stunned for a round.
Fair.
Sort of getting back into the room, getting some, oh, and she needs to roll her fortitude save for the thing. That's a natural 1. 23,
Yeah.
33, the DC is 36, so she critically fails on that. Mind Fog is also affecting her, yeah. Natural 20 on the Mind Fog, she's fine with
shame.
that. But the Petrify, let me look at the Petrify real quick. Because she did crit fail on the continuing effect. When a creature becomes fully unable to activate the slow condition Petrify. Oh, okay. They had been slowed 1, and because they critically failed, they go up to slowed 3, and they are fully unable to act. They turn permanently to stone. She shrieks, coiling up. She adds to the statues of the room. Nothing she can do anymore.
Well,
That's
she's
it.
not gonna be in Kobold Kingmaker episode 50.
She did what she could. Yarmasira, what are you?
I made art.
Horrifying. Yarmasir is going to volley out a skunk bomb and a blind pepper bomb.
All right.
He's gonna lob the first at Irovetti.
We got so lucky with that prismatic spray.
Yeah, I'll give you
This
a
is
lot of stuff
using-
today.
This is using the I'm gonna reroll that by the way. This
Sure.
is using my look into action
Mm.
for the attack. It's not letting me do it, so I'm just gonna hit the strike button again.
Yeah. 10 is just enough because they're frightened 3. Wait, they're frightened 3. Why is nothing automated anymore? The frightened should have reduced at the end of their turn, so this would not hit,
Wow.
unfortunately.
Shame. Well, that's still a attempt at getting them sickened.
Slow or fortitude save. Gets +1 on it and doesn't need it.
Wow.
Natural 20.
Okay, well, either way, blind pepper bomb as well.
Okay. Bomb Pepper shrieks through the room. It's gonna hurt. He's gonna get blinded by it for a round and dazzled for another.
All right, so that was one action to draw the skunk bomb and one quick action to strike with it. There was one action to quick alchemy the blind pepper, and then one action to use it. So that's all 4 actions for my turn.
Okay. Parent, over to you.
I'm going to use Reach Spell. I'm going to use Arcane Oath Bond, and I'm going to cast Slow on him.
Okay. Extending the reach of the spell, he fails as well. Will be slowed for a minute as long as a minute. Okay.
This is my son, Castruccio Irovetti. He has every disease.
So, that'll be you.
I'm just gonna,
or-
oh,
and
yeah,
moving.
that's 3 actions.
Hmm.
Oh, I can't.
How
move,
deep
actually.
is this water?
You're quickened. You can move one more, Parent.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
The
I'm just
water
gonna get a little
is deep
closer.
enough to be difficult terrain, Parent, or Giraffe.
Can I just like jump?
Through the mist? No.
Well, what if I just jump through the mist and just don't? It's the mind one,
You
right?
can hold your breath as you're jumping through, and that gives you a circumstance bonus of 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea, and I have good fortitude saves.
Yeah, go
Oh.
for it.
It can potentially confuse you, though, just FYI.
If I'm confused, the nearest enemy is going to be the Naga.
They are no longer an enemy. They are petrified.
That's
Oh.
my statue. I sculpted it.
Well, I can wait around and
Oh, hey, VG
know what?
Varys. Thanks for the raid.
no. I'm gonna use something in my back pocket that it's gonna become less useful as longer we wait. I'm gonna steal my Mobley. Well, I'm gonna drop the Mobley, use an action to pull out the Javelin of Lightning, and then use my remaining 2 action. No. Oh wait, I have the Quicken. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Can use my quickened action to move into a better position to throw this at him.
Sure, yeah. Go for it.
Which is really just like here. one
So-
action
Hmm?
to pull out the Javelin of Lightning after the free action to drop the Montblade, and then 2 actions to activate it with the command interact.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you step there, you have the javelin in hand and, well, sling it right by that statue. I see your attack roll, I believe, with this.
No, it is a basic reflex.
Oh, it's
save.
okay. Yes, this one doesn't actually hit them as well. All right. It is a very low-level item, though.
Yeah,
The DC
I
is going to
figured.
be low. But anyway, you sort of sling this
Does
across
this
the
consume
room.
it?
It
Yeah,
does
it
consume it as well as it sort of shatters. Maybe usable in an early level, but here, because of the scaling, didn't work out so well. It's got all this mind fog right in front of you. From your allies, they were helpful, but now not so much. Gonna have to deal with that.
Sorry, I thought they would like activate again.
Right.
Since Irovetti did spend a turn in it.
Yeah, but he did succeed, I believe. Or did I not make
At
the
both
save?
of them.
Oh,
He made
okay.
one save upon entering it initially, but he didn't make the second one.
There we go. So
Yeah.
he does succeed. Or is it a will save?
It's a will. No, it's a fortitude.
Yes, so. Yeah, he would have succeeded on the second one anyway. Sorry, I did intend to do that, but I just forgot about it. So, anyway, Giraffe, that'll be your turn. Kiva, no longer stunned. Maybe you can do something.
Yeah, my options unfortunately are go through some really dangerous clouds, or go the bottom way around through
Or you can go
difficult
over
terrain,
them.
water. So I free up my super awesome wings.
Alright. Tengu wings sort of grow out from you.
I'm going to stride 30 feet. And then I'm going to fly 20.
Alright. Fly along the wall here, along the shores of this glistening cavern here. Getting around it. Alright. For the purpose
That's
of it,
4 actions.
you're kind of hovering in the water, so I'm not going to increase your heights, but otherwise, good to go there.
I'm stunned this turn.
Yes, unfortunately, before they were petrified, the snake lady did get that power word stun off on you and got you stuck. So, Irovetti, the great king of the country that you've been fighting for the past months now, excuse me, I'm still sick, blinded, drained, and slowed, and still frightened. I don't need to see. Just bring the light into this room. Let's send out another prismatic ray, and this time, since he doesn't have to worry about her, he's gonna go through at least 3 of you here, Parent, Gaz, and Kiba. So he's gonna roll a d8 for each of
I'm
you.
in danger.
It's gonna be. It would be funny if the Naga got hit by some of the prismatic ray and just like shattered.
Ooh, we get an 8 here too, and a violet where you could be banished. Okay, I'm liking this. At least he's getting something going here. 2 first will go to Kiba. Kiba, I need a reflex save for this acid that's spurting out from it. The orange ray. 11 against the spell DC. That is going to actually fail. You take the full 60 points of acid damage. And just do that manually yourself, because I don't have a way to bring it out to chat. Now, Parent, you're the second one who was targeted, so you take the 7. I do need a will save, as you're enraptured by this violet ray that seems to be pulling you away from this reality.
Is it considered a mental effect or anything?
Is a... let me see. The, things underneath are the only things that are added. This is a teleportation effect. It doesn't have the mental trait, though. 2 on
I'm
the dice.
re-rolling that. with my
Okay.
hero point.
Last hero point. Want to fail something like this. 6. 32. At the very least, you do not critically fail against him. You are slowed for a minute, though. Even though you've been slowing Irovetti, you get some of it back in return. Now, Gaz. Seems like he's hated you the most. The ray sent towards you splits into 2 more rays. 3 and 4. The yellow and green rays. I need a reflex and fortitude as this poisonous electricity shoots out towards you.
goodness.
Reflex and fortitude. 31. Failure on the reflex, but success on the fortitude save. Do you have master? No, you don't have master fortitude either. So, you take half of the green, which is 15 damage in total, and then 70 damage from the electricity as it courses over you. 95 in all total.
85, I believe.
Oh, 85 because of what?
17.
Oh, sorry,
17
yeah,
plus
I'm not
15.
doing the math right. Yes, 85, yeah, definitely. But he sends that out, and that's all he can do while he's slowed by the slow spell from Parent. I hope that did something. Because I can't see what it did.
You missed.
Sort of blinks it out of his eyes, though, because,
Wow, how do you shoot that in the wrong direction?
also, actually, where was the blinded from? It was from, the
Blind
Blind
pepper
pepper
bomb.
bomb on my turn.
on your turn. So, your
Yeah.
turn is coming up here. So, it would go away to Dazzled for another round here. Yeah, what do you do, Yarmsir?
Yarmsir quick. Valets out a elixir of life for Gaz and a another skunk bomb.
Alright.
Give yourself this health back, Gaz.
47 healing. You guys, he's taking a lot of blows today.
And he's making that strike from distance here.
Very good one. Definitely hit.
Wonderful.
Oh, I have a plan how to get over there now.
11 damage plus the extra splash, of course. And Skunk Bomb's sickening effect doesn't affect him as much as you'd hope, but he's still sickened by it.
Oh, second, yeah. And then he's going to spend his last action, valeting out another elixir of life and another skunk bomb.
Okay,
That's it for his turn.
so with that, go back over to Parent. But it's slowed, but a little bit quickened. So what do you do?
It's a very weird situation we're in currently.
Mm-hmm. Time has always been fickle.
I'm going to knock him prone.
Alright. Continuing to do all the debilitations. He's desperately trying to fight back at all the spells that have been levied against him across the room. Natural 20 sends him straight to the floor. Even doing a d6 of damage for the crit effect.
Oh boy.
Three damage there. Alright.
Big numbers.
And you can only
quick
stride or
interaction.
strike. Yes.
I have 40 move speed.
So 5,
I
10,
also, have
15.
I also have a swim speed.
So you can combine them, yeah. But only 10 of your swim speed, right. So you
I
would get a... Sorry.
Tailwind should be increasing my swim speed too.
I think it would, yes. Bonus to your speed in total, so yes. You can go another 10 feet there. Alright.
That's as far as I can get.
So,
It's my turn.
as you swim into the water, Giraffe, sort of left behind here, still dealing with these gas clouds. What do you do?
So, using two actions, one for the first jump and second for the wall jump, could I
Uh-huh.
jump up to this corner
Mhm.
and then jump off of it next to Irovetti?
Yeah, you would sort of be jumping further than that because you can get underneath this, but
Okay.
definitely would give you enough distance to go 1 to 2. So,
I love Mirror's Edge.
yeah.
Yeah, wall jump's so much stronger than I gave it credit for when I first took
Oh
it.
yeah, it gives you a lot of movement around a room like this. So, 1 and 2, that is 2 actions to do that though.
Yep, and then I have 2 actions remaining, so I'm gonna make 1 attack with each of my weapons, not a double slice.
Okay. The Mombele cleaving into his side here will be a critical effect, in fact. 65 points of damage. Batters into the
Scoundrel. You deceiving fraud of a king.
Deceiving. Oh, I've just painted a pretty picture for all the people around here. They just want someone to lead them. I
guess
just
that's
know.
gonna be
Lies
us.
are not what makes a leader.
By the way, that's the first time he's saying with the Bloodthirst, so that's another application of poison.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm Yarmsir the Alchemist, and he does fail because he is sickened. Oh
Wonderful.
gosh. You know
This is
exactly how
great.
to play an alchemist here.
Don't
Debilitate,
you love
debilitate,
it?
debilitate. Yeah. No, you guys are really good at it. So, clumsy and must make a DC-5 flat check to perform and manipulate. Yeah. Really clumsying sort of poison there. Giraffe, anything else?
That's all my actions.
Okay. Eva, your turn.
All right, activate song power. Sing my battle anthem.
Mm-hmm.
I have haste. I don't need to focus point this. I'm just gonna do
Alright.
the regular.
Send this out to your allies.
Okay. I do a 20-foot fly to flank.
Around the side.
So now I have a free strike. So I'm gonna do 2 strikes probably,
Okay.
unless some weird miracle happens.
It's dazzled, sickened, slowed, drained, frightened, prone, clumsy, Irovetti. Just lays there on the ground,
Reroll.
struggling to a stand. You strike and re-roll that, yeah. Songbird's brush, the sort of graceful, rainbow-like hue coming off
So
of it,
close.
just barely missing a crit. Still
So
hit.
close.
Just slash in here for 31. Things up ever closer.
And follow-up strike.
Alright. Quick follow-up. Won't hit there.
Oh, hero point it.
Yeah, you have all 3 from the session and haven't used them all yet. 19 will certainly do it, yeah. As another strike lands on Irovetti, cutting deeply into his flesh through the armor. He's surviving. Not much for longer. Believe that's you.
Yep.
Gaz, your turn.
Gaz takes a deep breath as he just runs through the cloud in his way.
Alright. Do roll me the
Obviously
fortitude.
run my save.
Yeah, totally fine against that. Up here to the edge.
And now I will take a zero ready.
Alright. You have a good
Any more
chance
debuffs?
of ending this here, and a
Ah,
natural 20
oh,
might
wow.
roll that crit.
If you kill him, I don't have to listen to him surrender.
Yay!
You bash your hydraulically spiked gauntlet straight into his jaw, snaps his head to his side, but he sort of coughs and spits blood back at you. I've never been a quitter. It's not over until it's over.
Oh, thank goodness.
I know this is very late to do, but
Still.
I'm going to do explosive maneuver at this point.
Okay. Last action was a successful strike. He is already prone.
Prone, so I'll grapple him.
Okay. As you strike harshly into him, the grappling hand sort of opens up around his throat and holds him to the ground.
I'm just making sure I don't miss the second one. I'm gonna use map free attack.
Okay. Try to pummel him
Oh!
one more time
Oh my
I mean-
goodness.
for everything that has happened. You use your other fist to also slam straight into his chest. You hear this choked sort of gasp from him. Irisha, you would never live for me. I would have always been there for you. And with that, Irovetti, the king that has given you so much trouble for the past few months, where you first met them at the tournament they brought you to, only to discover that they were going to rig the games in their own favor to humiliate your kingdom and to give them cause to invade yours. That never really happened, as you guys figured that out and won the games against him. But yet, he had many machinations up his sleeves, the White Rose Chapel notwithstanding having been a place he stole, seemingly, something very important of Nivris's. But you eventually tracked him down here, finally brought his end, after fomenting a revolt in his capital, distracting all of his guards with it, and leaving him without much hope, other than to fight on his own. It never worked out for him. With that, there's yet one thing that you all wonder about. You never found that shawl. Maybe somewhere close by.
On him?
Not on him. Oh yeah, I need to mark him as dead.
Yeah, you actually hit.
There we go. That do it? Oh, here we go. You do find that both the mind-rendered baton and the rod of razors are still on him. These strange Numerian technologies, flung from anything on Galarian, they were brought from another world, crash of their great ships. Seems like one of the many trophies he brought with him from his adventuring time in that area.
Some nice souvenirs.
Dref, as you look in this room, it seems to be where he placed all of his treasure, but all his bribery, all his preparations for war, seems to have been, well, already spent. You don't find any gold here, any treasure here at all. It's been used up, just as it was in Drelev's fort, too.
Oh.
Got a statue of the petrified Ingeletis there. There is a small lagoon over the way here.
Over there?
Yes, a small lagoon here. You want to have a look through it. Jeff, begin to notice something about this room. Or about this little area. It's a little bit deeper than all the rest, and looking at your side here to your right, it seems like there's a underwater passageway leading somewhere here.
And I dive down, and I do have a feat for swimming that makes me better at swimming. It's called Quick Swim. Yeah.
Sure thing.
Nice.
And I have good fortitude. So, hold my breath while I inform Kiba that, hey, I'm going to check out this tunnel. Hold my breath and dive down.
You do. As you dive down, there
I'm
seems
just
to
gonna
be...
follow as well.
Sure. There seems to be some sort of a light emitting from the other side. I'll open it up for you.
Parent can swim. I just latch on the parent and let him swim, because he's much better at this.
That's cheating.
It's only about 10 or 20 feet or so before you enter another chamber. And in this sort of cavern filled with gems and crystals sort of ensconcing the ceiling and walls of it, it's aglow with this sort of brilliant light that seems to be at its source. A blade, wrapped in a white shawl, floating on the water.
Well, this certainly seems important. It's that troll we were after, right, parent?
Correct. Well,
Or the
I'm pretty
blade?
sure it's the blade.
We need both.
You
I'm
both-
gonna-
It's kind of important, yeah.
Yeah, we need both. I'm gonna pick up the blade, inspect it.
Pick it up. It's still wrapped in all the shawl.
Remind me, parent, is this what cut out her heart? That first worlder, or is this technically her heart?
I don't know how it works.
Maybe keep a nose.
Go give it
It's
to
her
him.
love, I think.
Go give it to Q.
Anyways, gonna dive back and bring it to Kiba,
Mm-hmm.
holding up the blade in the white shawl.
You found it.
Yeah. Odd place to hide it, but ineffective.
Did you guys unwrap it?
No.
Okay.
I feel that is not something that should be done here or at all, maybe.
We
I
should
think
bring
this
it
is
to
fine
Avendra.
once it's been opened.
You get the impression that the shawl has no magical properties to disable anything that would go through it from this blade.
Kiba, give us a look at it. I'm curious what it looks like.
All right.
quick glance apparent, able to tell you he doesn't really detect any dangerous magic from the shawl itself.
I will carefully unwrap it.
As you unwrap it, it seems like only the shawl of her sister would be the only thing that could house the brilliant, sharp weapon that lies underneath. Briar, made out of the, well, piece of Nyrus's heart that was strung from her. Of course, on the stream it's only showing the top half, but maybe I can get over there and move it down.
Oh, you just scroll down a little.
Well, yeah, but I can't really scroll on that part.
You
Either
can
way,
expand the window.
yeah, but I can't scroll on the stream side. Anyway, yes,
Oh,
big
right.
weapon, red of blade, lithe in its sort of shape. It's an elegant, masterfully crafted weapon. Would be out of a queen's heart, after everything she had ever built was taken from her. Feel this is the key to everything. Now that you have it in your hands, well, all that's left is to perhaps end things with Nyrissa.
One thing's for sure, though. If this is made of her heart, we can never use this as a weapon. We cannot let this taste blood.
That's a good point.
We're still supposed to stab it into her, aren't we? That's how
Yeah.
we'll return it.
What kind of weapon is it?
It is a bastard sword.
Oh, of course it is.
So it's a D8 one-handed, D12 two-handed. But I think that's a good time to end the session here. We'll handle the sort of ramifications of what has happened here next time. All of you who are watching, including those who rated, thank you for coming in. This is a long-term stream game here. We've been going a year and a half. So if you want to catch all the rest of it, if you want to catch up, it's all on my YouTube, Kobold DM, as well. I think I might have it on the Twitch, but either way, search Kobold DM, you'll find me. And, yeah, if you guys want to, please follow all that. We'll keep doing this every week, of course. We're near the end of the campaign, though, so, my tracking failed. Alright, there we go. So the characters are level 15 right now. I know it says 13 up top, but, you know, I'm also very sick, so trying to push through. I'm gonna get some rest, so, Kiba, you also stream, right?
Sure do. I am, hi there everybody, I'm Chris Kobold, player of Kiba, and I stream on Twitch at Captain_Kobold. Generally Tuesdays and Wednesdays around 6 o'clock Central Time, doing retro games most of the time. Come on by sometime.
Alright. So yeah, you guys like this content, go to YouTube, all that. I'm just gonna head out because my brain's fried right now after running the 3 hours of combat. So,
We gotta have dinner.
see y'all later.
That was great. See ya.
Take care, everybody.
Have a good one.